So in the first section over here, we really focus on a couple of things over here. We focus on this line over here. This is going to be your name. This is going to be your email address that you're sending letters out of the software with. And then this is your general attack. So I'm going to age myself a little bit over here. If we have anybody younger over here, well, I'll make a better analogy later. But for right now, everybody that's in the system right now, I remember back in the day when we used to have to go over the bridge, we had to pay a token to get over the bridge. Okay, so in that case, when we had to give a token, this is the same thing. A general attack is considered a token. You have to pay the AI to utilize their system. Okay. Now, what happens is the AI will then generate letters. They'll generate an unlimited amount of letters with an unlimited amount of pages. Okay. Depending on how bad your credit is. So if your credit is really messed up, it is not unheard of to see the system generate 116, 140. I've even seen 199 letters. Okay. Now, who wants to send out 199 letters? Ain't nobody want to send out 199 letters. But if you don't utilize the AI system correctly, it will write a letter for everything. So I want you guys to understand that right now as we go forward, that if you're here, you need to understand that the token is to pay to have your letters generated. That's it. Any questions on the token or the home page? Funny thing is I can actually say this. The community over here, we have our community. Software technical questions is where you submit your support ticket. And if you do want to go through a basic walkthrough and you're not here, the person that does it is in the room right here, right now. It's Coach V. So if you do want to click that, she does the Monday and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She does handle those classes if you do want to go into those classes. She will do a basic walkthrough. She's not going to do an in-depth walkthrough. I will do the in-depth walkthrough. She does the basic walkthrough. We do an in-depth walkthrough every Friday. But if you're coming into the software and you're like, hey, I just want to get a little refresher, you can go stop by her class. I think she does it in like 26 minutes that she does FAQs to done before she starts asking her questions. So you always can do that. All right. Now we're done with the homepage. Any questions on the homepage before I get to the pricing section? No. Let's go. Okay. Dre, keep an eye on that chat. I don't have it up on my let me see if I can pull it up on my screen. Yes, I can pull it up on my screen.
Yeah, I got the chat. I'll take care of the chat too.
Oh no, I was gonna say just keep an eye on that chat if we got a question that comes in that I missed.
Gotcha.
Pricing section. Here we go. Let's rock. Can everybody see the pricing section on their screen right now? Yes, no, maybe so. Thank you, Micah. Perfect. So yes, we can see the pricing section. Now, Michelle, you were the one that asked about you got to have you and your kids, right? You're on mute, sweetie. I basically see you moving, but I see your head popping up and down, but I don't hear you.
I got you. Let me unmute her. I got you. I'll unmute her.
Well, I want to talk directly to her to make sure that she understands and make sure that we get her in the right package. There she is. You got it unmuted, girl. Now you can talk to me.
Okay.
So, how many kids you got?
I got 4.
Oh, you're gonna work with all 4 of them?
No, I don't need, but I think it's 2 of them.
Okay. So my suggestion is to you, this is the package that you work with the 2 of them on. And I'll show you why. When we go over here, when you're getting started, this is for one person. Actually, this is for no people. We don't like this package, okay? But this is for no people. But if you were to do this, this is for one person. This is for 2, right? This is for 2 plus.
I thought that one was for 4 people.
It gives you 4 tokens. But why do I say it's for 2? At the beginning, we tend to make mistakes. No matter what we go through, no matter what we do, it's not anything against you. It's just what we see in the software. So we've seen so much data in the software after the first round Here's what I suggest. The first round, you start here. Okay. Then you can go down here after you understand what you're doing and get everything set up. You can always downgrade your package. You can always upgrade your package. But why do I want you in this one right here? This is the better one for you. Because if you make an error, you've got 8 tokens instead of 4 tokens. This people thing doesn't mean nothing to me. It's tokens. These are what we call GAs. So this is the tokens here. This one's got 4. This one's got 8. Okay. So when you take that token and you're working with that token, you want to give yourself a little bit of a leeway. And here's the reason why. Now, everybody asked me over here, can they see the price over here? Michelle, how much is this price right here? Can you see that?
I think it's $99. I mean, 97. 97.
97, sweetie. Okay, let's go over here, right? I'm gonna show you something. The price per GA, per 1 GA, 1 token is how much? You see that price right there?
It's so small.
I can't go. I can't go any bigger. What's
Let me see. Can I see it?
Let me
40.
see over here.
I can't see it.
Man, where's my settings?
We gotta get that a little bigger.
Hold on, I'm working on it, sweetie, but where the heck is the settings on this one? Oh, there we go. Full
Okay,
browser
nice.
settings.
Maybe I need to make mine bigger.
Here we go. Let's see if that works. Is that better for you? Can you see that?
A little.
Can you see that number right there where it says 1?
Yeah, it says $40.
$40. So that's it. So it costs $40 for 1 token, right? Right? Right,
Yeah.
Michelle? Okay.
Yeah.
So why is it 97 over here? For the same token. Now we understand that you got to get a subscription and everything. Look, the designers of the software, people wanted a $97 package, so they gave them a $97 package. We didn't want it. We know it's not good. So at the end of the day, we focus over here. So that GA cost you $40. So with this package, it cost you $36. In this package, that same GA cost you $27. So what I tend to tell everybody is, I see errors with people that buy 4 GAs to do it for themselves, one person, and they make 3 mistakes before they get it right, before they get the first one right. So my suggestion to everybody in this grouping right now is buy the 147 is better for you, even if you make a mistake, because once the profile is set up correctly, you can go to this $97 package. You can downgrade to this $97 package. You can downgrade to the bronze package after your system is set up correctly. But if your system's not set up correctly and you don't do it right, you're going to have to buy GAs. And then what are you going to think that's going to happen? You're going to think Dre and I are doing something nefarious, which we're not. We're telling you right here, right now, 147. I want to tell you something. I was fixing my credit and I still pay for it. Here it is. I'll buy the 147 package. That's my credit to fix because we have to pay for server access and token access. Just like you guys, I pay for 4 GAs. I did 1 attack or 2 attacks. Look how many GAs I have. So I'm letting you guys know, we practice what we preach. Right? We practice what we preach. So at the end of the day, that's what I would tell you. Start at that 147, but I would suggest to you at that 197 package with your 2 kids. That'll be perfect. So if you do make an error, at least you're going to have GAs to back you up so you don't have to overspend. And all these GAs roll over to the next month. They actually roll over indefinitely. So while you're using the software, they roll over indefinitely in the sense while you're using the software, but you will need a subscription to access them. If you don't have a subscription, you can't access the GA. Make sense, guys? Drop a 1 at a go for it.
Well, let me ask a question.
Go for it.
So what you said is once you get to, you said the 197. I said the 147. You said 197. So
Mhm.
once you get to one, you only pay that one-time payment.
Yeah, no, 197 is for 1 month. 197 is for 1 for 1 month. Um, sorry, hold
So
on.
you got to pay 197 a month.
Every single month because you need access to the software. So what you're paying for is the next area that will go in, and that'll give you access to that. So that's why I told you pay the 197 once. You learn how to use the software so you're not making mistakes and the profile set up correctly. Then what we do is we go, oh, there he is. There's Anthony. And
You got him.
then we go in to then we could lower your package and then you can use the lesser package. You'll have some GA stacked up. But here's the thing. You'll understand how to use the software.
So
Yeah. Okay, go, Michelle. Yeah.
once we get into the software, we get in there. I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do. And how long would it take for me to see a result if you paying 197 a month?
Anthony, you came in at the right time. Anthony, you came in at the right
Because
time.
if you paying 170, if you paying 197 a month, I mean, you want to see some results at least about, I say 60 days.
Okay. So
some type of results, some type of numbers moving.
and I can understand that, but here's the thing. Anthony.
Yes, sir.
How long you been in the software before you got your first set of results?
Probably about 8 months.
Michelle, we can't legally by law, we can't tell you anything about results. So we can tell you, we can give you a roundabout, but I don't like skating around the issue. I like giving people that are here so you could talk to, that you can see and actually have people that have been using the software and getting their results and getting real live people that are here. Yeah, we get somebody that, go Anthony, go.
I do want to say something. Like, I learned since coming to this class, I learned some techniques that I didn't know at the beginning that could probably help you get results quicker. Now, at the beginning, I wasn't using the tracking. Now they teach some techniques. I mean, of course, either you got time or either you have money. So if you got the money to speed up the process, that's going to help you. But if you want to do it the other way, then you're going to have to wait. It's going to take longer, but you'll still get results both ways. It just depends on how you want to do it.
100%. 100%. I agree with you, Anthony, because again, guys, for me, Michelle, you're in here because of me. I brought you in here. Personally, talk for personal experience, it took me, I didn't see results until my 5th month. Until my 5th to 6th month, I personally didn't see results. And guess who was teaching me? Coach V. She's in here right now. And I say this every time she comes on here. I was on a freaking forklift, y'all, listening to this. I was on a forklift listening to this, listening to calls like this. Oh, the earbud fall out my ear. I try to put it back in. And Coach V right here, she was the one who was teaching me. So, and this was 2 years ago, 1.5 years, 2 years ago, guys. So when I tell you, if you lock in, this stuff is going to happen. But again, we cannot guarantee no overnight. Now, yes, I did adapt and I did learn new methods, like Anthony said, sitting with tracking, making sure you call, sitting a affidavit in there with it notarized. I didn't do those methods when I first started. So now, yes, we have faster results, but we never, ever, ever promise you're going to see fast results. Make sense? Michelle, everybody else, does that make sense? Drop a one in the chat if that makes sense so we can keep going.
I just say, we want to make sure. See you later, brother. I want to make sure that everybody understands everything that we're going through, because here's the thing. This is I hate having to do this, because this is so many bad people in the credit repair industry that have come out and destroyed a lot of, how do I say this? A lot of trust in people. and they think that everybody's just trying to money grab them. And Michelle, I've been in your shoes. I remember back in the day when I was getting my credit repair business started. Well, when am I going to see my results? If I don't see it in 30 days, you ain't shit. Like you're somebody that's just trying to take my money. And it came down to a point where I agree with you to even ask those questions. It's like, well, if I'm not getting results, why do I have to keep paying for something that is not working? And you be honest with you is if you're getting letters from the Bureau, you are really already ahead of the game. A lot of people are not getting letters from the Bureau. They're not even getting stall letters right now. They're getting BS. A lot of tactics that we're teaching is not only pushing you ahead of the game, it's getting them to admit that they're at fault in what we teach and how we do it. First and foremost, a lot of the things that are received a third-party stall letter, guys, is all based upon the actual format, the formatation of how it comes out of the letter. So when you know what needs to be done and you know how it needs to be done, it changes the game. So, Michelle, we're here for you. I'm going to tell everybody this, like, if you're working in the software, we ain't running away. Like, I'm not running away from anything that happens here. We're going to work with you. We're going to get you through this and make sure that you get it, because having good credit is a must. Teaching you guys how to get money is a must. I want you to understand something, Michelle. We don't make money on the credit repair. We make money one place and one place only, right? We make money in one place and one place only, when we get you into funding. So if you think we want to keep you in a place in credit, we don't want to keep you there, because we ain't making money there. We want to make money where it is, and that's in the funding, and teaching you how to make the money in the funding and get you to that next step. Okay? I promise you guys, like, this is going to go crazy. Okay? Hold on, give me a second, guys.
This is why he's my partner, y'all, because again, did anybody hear that before? Michelle, did you hear that before? Who else is on here? Yogi, did you hear me say that before on my live? That
yes,
I
sir.
don't. Okay, then that kind of sounds familiar, right? Because that's why we're a partnership, because we want the same damn thing. We do not make money from this credit repair. That's why Yogi, Michelle, everybody who saw me on my live, I said it verbatim. I do not do credit repair. I do not make my money from credit repair. I'm being transparent. I make my money from business funding and investing. That's where my money comes from. So if we string you along slowly, bird feeding you guys, that's what everybody else is doing, bird feeding you guys so you can stay with them long. No, I don't need that. I need you to get your shit done so we can go get business funding so we can start investing together. Make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Put a 1 if that makes sense.
I love that. That was perfect. That was straight on the money, Dre.
Hey, Yogi, do I not say that on my live?
You say that, sir.
Word for freaking word, because that's what we do. Ali and I do not make our money. How we pay our bills, I'm being transparent. On my life, I'm transparent. This is how I talk on my life. I do not pay my bills from credit repair. What are you gonna do? Buy me a lunch, a seafood dinner? Thank you. Thank you. I have 3 phones. You're gonna pay for one of them. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you. The life-changing money from me, just being transparent. The life-changing money from me comes when I get you business funding. That changes my family's life. When I show you guys how I can close somebody at $75,000 in 15, 20 minutes, I charge 10%. What the hell? I just made $7,500 in 15, 20 minutes. That's life-changing. Makes sense? That's where we make our money. So let's get it going.
All right, we're gonna go to the manage profile section over here. So we come back to the home screen after you pick your package. Once you pick your package, you buy your package, you're gonna see these GAs come into the system over here. When you see these GAs come into the system over here, you're gonna come over here to manage profiles, right? And you're gonna start over here. Now I'm gonna teach you guys how to set up a profile. Legit, very easy. Get it done and go from there. So here's how it works. I'm gonna click add a profile. And I'm going to break this down by color. So I am going to ask questions to people that are here. I'm going to ask why. So first and foremost, let's ask a question here. Throw 1 in the chat. How many people, 1 in the chat yet, 2 in the chat? No. How many people's ID matches their current location? If it's a yes, my ID matches my current location, hit me with a 1. If it's a no, put a 2. 1. Okay. Got a lot of ones right now. Any twos?
Where
I got a
the chat
2.
at?
We only got 1, 2. Well, we're gonna sit down with that 1, 2. I'm gonna talk to that 1, 2 guy. Okay, that 1, 2 guy. Yo, bro, don't worry. I'm a 2, 2, so I can't even complain. I can't even complain. So when we're talking about over here, here's why. The first boxes that you're gonna look at, this blue box over here, this is gonna be your ID. Okay. All right, your ID, which can be a driver's license or passport. Okay. Second box over here, I love it in orange. This is going to be Social Security card or W-2. If you're in the community, Micah gives you the thing to get your Social Security card. Your Social Security card is a must. I had somebody in my community today ask me, can I use a black and white version of my Social Security card? Copied version. Absolutely not. Colored copy of your Social Security card and sign that shit. Okay? It is not an executable document if it's not signed. They want to see it signed. Yo, V, my rep at Experian told me that. He said you need it, having it signed makes a difference. I'm like, seriously? He goes, yeah. I was like, okay. Enough said.
And color?
Now, oh yeah, always always want to upload in color. Make sure that your IDs or everything looks right from the thing. I'm gonna show you what it should look like after this. Okay. And then this last box I'm going to do in green over here. This is going to be your proof of address. Your proof of address can be a billing statement, bank statement, can be utility bill. I said billing statement. That was stupid on my part. Apologize. Bank statement can be utility bill, can be driver's, State Farm. What's that? Insurance bill. Accredited. So what was told to me, it's got to be an accredited location. It's got to be something that's pristine, Fortune 500 company, something like that. So anything that you receive in the mail, and again, I'll show you like this. I don't have a background on because I am in my office. Something like this, just like this, something that comes in the mail. You need to want to verify your address.
I have
That
a
is the
question.
key. Yes, Mr. Yogi, come off and ask. Let's go.
Hey, I live in a town where they do not deliver mail to your house, only to the P.O. box.
Okay.
So
But
my
your
mail won't have my local my physical address on it.
So let me ask you a question. Your bank account, when you opened it up, does your bank account have your P.O. box on it, or does it have your address where you live?
I think it have my address where I live though.
So
yeah.
Awesome. This is what you're gonna do. Instead of putting your P.O. box, you're gonna go to your bank account, you're gonna download a statement, and you're gonna use the first page off that statement. It should have the address that you need.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Easy solve. That's an easy solve. Great question, Yogi. That's a great question that goes for a lot of people. Here's the thing, guys. That question is that question is huge because they're trying to verify where you live. And they cannot verify where you live if you don't put the proper address. Okay? They need to, and here's the thing. If you tell them that you don't live at X, Y, and Z address, right? And you send them an ID that has X, Y, and Z address on it, right? They're going to look at that and they'll be like, really, dude? So here's a hack and a gem that's coming out right now. If you have a passport, put it up here if your address does not match. If you have a driver's license, don't use your driver's license, use your state ID because those are two different things. Guys, these are gems. These are big gems that we just dropped over here because if you use a passport, what doesn't a passport have on it? It doesn't have an address. There's no address, so you can utilize just the P.O. box and all the stuff that you need for the P.O. box over here. Right here, and you don't need to worry about anything. Okay? So now, I'm going to pause here for a quick second. Are there any questions about what needs to go in these boxes and what the colors signify? By any chance?
Any questions?
Nothing. Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful. So all right, cool. Let's go.
Yeah, I want to ask a question.
Let's go.
Go, Michelle.
Getting those inquiries off. I know we're not on the subject, but I just thought this came to my mind. When you get them off your credit report, do you get some points? Do they give you points for it?
Oh,
So
we'll cover that later. We'll cover that later.
Yeah, we'll cover that later.
I'm gonna touch base with the circle. I'll touch base with that after. Don't worry about it. We'll cover that later. Just Michelle, remind me. Okay.
I sure will.
All right. So
you should know.
So for proof of address, you can use a credit card statement. Nope. Credit card statement, no. They don't like credit card statements. Use your bank account. I don't care if your bank account's got $0 in it. Okay? They're not looking on how much money you have. Just use the bank account. It's the easiest. It is the absolute easiest, and it's the quickest to change if you ever had to change it. I'm lying. I had a client come in, and we told them that they didn't have a proper address. They used a Geico account, and they called and had their address changed on their Geico account, and it was done in 15 minutes. So insurance might be the easiest if you could, if you can't swing it, use your insurance statement. Okay, and that's for Garfield. Thank you, Garfield. Good question. All right. All right. So we're gonna touch base upon Michelle's question over here. Once this is done and filled in, I'm gonna show you guys what it's supposed to look like filled in. Okay. You could do one of two things. I suggest to do it this way. Just scroll down to the bottom. Don't fill any of this stuff in and hit save. Some people would suggest put your credit monitoring information over here and hit save. I personally don't like that. I want to make sure that everything is good. Up here, I hit save. I come back to this screen over here. It'll have my client loaded in, and it'll look something like this. So now that I have all the data in, I can see the data. I can make sure everything's okay. And it gives me a course to double check what I'm inputting into the system. So if I'm inputting something into the system and say, oh shit, I messed up on the birth date, now I can see it. Because now my eyes are looking to actually correct something that is wrong, and it's not looking to fill in data. Same thing over here, New York, making sure that that's right, making sure the zip code's right, making sure the social security number is right. All that stuff is right. Now, to add a client, you're going to see this little plus sign. It's going to not add a client, excuse me, add credit monitoring. You'll see that plus sign. You make sure it says both MSFN default report and Epic Pro report. Just fill your username and password here and hit save. You're done. It will automatically upload the report to the software. It'll come over here. There'll be a green box over here that says successful report uploaded. And then you'll see your report at the bottom. If it says null here, N-U-L-L, that means that something is wrong. Get in touch with one of us. We'll try to make sure we'll see what's up with it, because usually it means that the password's wrong or there's an error on my free score side that we just got to double check and make sure. Or this is the thing, and I've realized this with a lot of our people. You never pulled your credit report in my free score now, because you still have to pull the 3 bureau report. And if you don't pull that 3 bureau report, it will come back as null. Okay, so that always make sure that, you know, if you see null, get with us. We can help you troubleshoot it real quickly. Okay, and then we start uploading our documents. Now, somebody asked me about documentation in our community. They're like, well, what is my document supposed to look like? This is how your documents are supposed to look. This is the perfect case of documents. 4 corners, bank ready documents, we call them. Why is it bank ready? It means everything is visible. There is no shadows. There is no nails. There's no coffee stains. There's no nothing on this. I'm telling you right now, guys, the reason I shouted those things out is because that's what's come in the past week. Last week, we had somebody take it on their ripped jeans. Okay. If you can't take it like this, hack to the system. Okay. Here's a bill that I have. Here's a bill. I take the bill. I turn it upside down. It's usually blank and white on the other side. I lay it flat on the counter. I take the ID. I put the ID, or let me not use that. That's a thing. Okay. I take the ID. I'm going to use a credit card. Put the credit card like this. Here's my ID. Here's my social security. I come over with my phone. I don't take it with my phone like this. I don't put the flash on, take it like this. This ain't a photo shoot. Literally, you're scanning the document from on top, perfectly on top, parallel with the system. Make sure that it's close enough that you can see and it can get all the edges. That's the better the image quality is, the less chance that you will get a turn down from the Bureau for illegible documents. Now, a lot of people say, hey, Ali, sometimes I don't have the best document. Now, here's the thing. I always suggest to everybody, if your social security card is beaten up and battered, go get a replacement. It's in our community. Yeah. Oh, Micah already posted it in the chat over here. We have the link for the replacement social security card. I know Dre's going to probably drop it in his community right now. At the end of the day, go get a replacement social security card. It doesn't cost you anything. It takes 3 weeks. Run your first round. See what happens. If they come back and they say, hey, your social security card doesn't look right, great. It doesn't look right. I got a new one. Put that in there and get the process started. Okay? And then your ID, make sure your ID is clean and it looks straight. Okay? Once you're done over here, you hit save and move on. Now, if you have any other documents that you want to add, such as a police report, affidavit, anti-stall letter, anything, any other documents, you just click over here, choose file, and add it in the choose file section and click save. And now it will save the system. Now I go back always for a third time and I double check on that third time to see what's going on over here. Look at this. I double check over here. I make sure everything's good. I make sure that the report has been pulled. I make sure that the IDs look good. I make sure that everything's there. I make sure that everything is done verbatim. Okay. Now, guys, I want to stress this in here too to you guys. Abbreviations. NW. NE. Okay. North, South, West, East, and all the abbreviations for that. Avenue, street, apartment, all that stuff. Fill it out in its entirety. So if it says street, write street out. If it says apartment, write apartment out. All that stuff, fill out to the best of your abilities as the best that you possibly can and put that in over here. Do not make it look, how do I say this? Do not make it look like, you know, with all the abbreviations. Look stupid. That's my team. If you're printing with us, if you come to my team, you know what my team's going to do. You forgot to fill out your information. You put, I swear I had this. The guy filled out the wrong abbreviation copying his thing. He put LM instead of LN. And this is, so Dre will say, and I'll let him take over in a second for what he is. He calls it the fat finger technique. I'm telling you, that's all it takes to waste a GA is the fat finger technique. Dre, you can talk about your fat finger technique.
So, guys, for me, I got these sausage hands. All right, I got sausage fingers. So, for me, when I first started, I used to be okay. I know my address. I know my people's address. Then done, and then it'll come back. All these teams will say, "Hey, yeah, you messed up." Now, where? Instead of the 6, I put 9 on accident. Just hit the little. So when he says slow down, this part right here, if you don't like seriously, when I started, okay, Dre, slow down. I would first name, look at it. I will match everything up because it is so freaking easy. It's so easy. And that's why when he's saying save, after you do that first part, save. Make sure you hit that save because if you just come back and you accidentally brush up against it, tap something, you're messing up everything else. Makes sense? So this part, we're going over this part in detail. We're putting so much emphasis on this part because it is super easy to mess this part up. And if you mess this part up by adding a hidden fat finger mistake, you're messing up everything else. Now you have to regenerate, which is mean you're wasting $40 because $40 per GA. Makes sense, everybody? Beautiful, beautiful. Let's go.
All right. So I am going to pause here before we get into well, this is the most important part of my opinion. Before I get onto the second most important part, does anybody have any questions? Michelle, Yogi, Mary, Sherry, Monica, Garfield, Kendra, Ralph, Anthony, you've been doing this too long. I ain't asking you. Oh, I forgot Lou. I skipped over Lou. I didn't even see Lou. No, no questions. Okay, beautiful. Let's get on to the basics of the next questions. Okay. So let's go over here. Let's get in here. Let's get over here. Now,
your credit don't get in bad
this is how many people right now think that it take right in the chat, and I think I gotta ask this question correctly because I think I phrased it incorrectly last time. If you guys have everything set up, how long do you think it actually takes you to dispute your credit? Hours, minutes, days? Write it in the chat. Write something. I want to see what you guys thinking it is. Now we got some newcomers. And we got some old comers over here. The old comers, let the newcomers answer. Okay. Hours. I got 20 minutes. Michelle, how long do you think it takes to dispute one file?
I guess an hour.
An hour.
It's a guess. It's a guess. It's a guess. Okay.
An hour.
Okay.
I got
Let's get 2 more people. 2 more people. Just give a guess, guys. Just give
Garfield, how long do you think it is? Fasal, minutes. Oh well.
Yeah.
Don't give away the sauce, bro.
Right. Jesus Christ. What the hell are you doing?
He goes, come on, you're dealing with AI. That doesn't mean anything, bro. Mary, Sherry, how long? Well, I think Sherry's been in here. Mary's new. Like, yeah, Sherry's been in here. Sherry knows.
Garfield.
Okay. All right. Let's get started. Michelle, you said hours, right? I'm talking to you right now.
Yes, I think about an hour.
Okay, girl. How about if I tell you it takes 35 seconds?
35 seconds to do what?
To generate your letter.
Oh, to generate the letter is sending the letter off.
Yes. If you don't want to print it yourself, yes, 35 seconds, sweetie.
Oh, okay.
If you have the third-party printer printed for you, 35 seconds.
Everything I know. So what you saying? I need a printer too.
Yeah, girl, you got to get a printer. You got to print it out. If you don't want to print it,
I have a printer, but it's not hooked up yet.
Okay, so that's good. We'll get you rocking. Don't worry. So let's go over here. Let's go over here. Let's do this. So if I select the client that we just put together, and I select the shake the tree method, what we call shake the tree is just to send the letters out to the bureau and see if anything falls off. This maximum efficiency focused one is the one that I click generate. I'm done. 35 seconds. 35 seconds to do that. Ready? If I want to do that and send it to our printing team.
And that's it.
That's it, sweetie. If I want to send it to our printing team and not have to print it myself, anybody who's in our software, which is the M2 FICO Forge, you put M2 FICO Forge over here. You'll get a quote. You hit generate. Now you don't even have to print them out yourself. You're done. 35 seconds. You don't have to print them. Wow. You don't have to lick stamps. You don't have to put anything in an envelope. You don't have to do nothing. You're done in 35 seconds. Ready. But now, that's the easiest way. Okay? Now.
Question.
Yes. Go for it, Yogi.
Okay, what did you say about that FICA? What you were looking at down there if you're in your system?
If you're in our system, if you're with Dre and I, in the notes section over here, where it says add notes for Pam's provider, just put the name of the software, which is M2 FICO Forge.
Okay.
That's your discount code, bro, since you're with me.
Yeah, that's the discount code. So you get discount on printing.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem,
bro.
Just you know what, guys? I'll be honest with you. You probably in the FICO Forge software, you probably can put anything in that note section and to give you a discount. Like honestly, I'm with Dre, I'm with Ollie, I'm upside down with these two. I'm winning, whatever the case may be. They know, but we like to specify M2 FICO Forge because in case I have a new employee that works for my wife that doesn't know anything, if they see that FICO Forge, they know to give that a discount. That's why we say that. But as we get more further into the system, you'll understand that. All right. So that's the easy way, right? Let's go the hard way. Now, I'm not going to go too crazy into the hard way, but I got some stuff that I have to show Coach V that she hasn't seen. So we got to break this down. So I'm going to do it yourself with the focus attack over here. I'm going to leave the printing and the mailing service over here, and I'm going to click generate. Now we're into the AI. We're going to turn on the AI. We're going to tell the AI what to attack, how to attack it, how to do what they need to do, all that stuff. We are going to tell the AI where they need to go. So now, the AI automatically selects the best credit report, which is the Epic Pro report. It'll also select the best letters. Here we go. Oh my God, man, brain fart. Now we're all normally we're starting at round 1. Each round is 30 days. What do I mean by that? If you make a mistake, you don't click Blast Furnace 2. You go back and click Blast Furnace 1. Every round is for 30 days. So this is 30 days. This is 60 days. This is 90 days. This is 120, 150, 180, 210, 240. Does that make sense? Can I get a nod, a 1 in the chat, something, guys?
The more we engage, the faster we can get through this. Seriously, the more we engage, the faster we can get through this.
Perfect. So we're going to start over here with that Blast Furnace
Okay.
again. And I'm going to check everything in blue. And then I'm just going to let the AI read the credit report. How many people think they know what's on their credit report?
I think I do.
You think you do? Okay.
I know I do.
Okay. So here's the thing. Everybody that knows that they do, or they think that they do, I'm going to tell you something. This AI is going to screw you up and tell you don't know nothing about your credit report. And the reason that it's
I'm learning every minute.
And the reason that it's going to tell you that is because it needs to categorize it for the system and the software. If it doesn't categorize it for the system and the software, right, it can't dispute it and pick the proper dispute letters properly, the proper attack letters. So what we need to do is we need to make it tell us what's on the credit report and how bad it is. Okay. So I know Michelle and Yogi, you two come off mute, but here's the thing. Yogi, can you see the screen? Is it clear for you?
I can see it a little bit.
You see it a little bit.
It needs to be bigger. I can't.
If I go any bigger, sweetheart, I'm not going to be able to function.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about. I'm talking about the letters. I can't hardly see the letters. Maybe it's my glasses.
If you're on your phone, turn your phone sideways.
No, I'm not on the phone. I'm on my laptop.
You can zoom in on your laptop then.
I try to do that.
When we get to this point over here, I'm gonna click hide positive items. And I'm gonna come to this little green arrow over here. Do you everybody see the flashing colors at the bottom?
Head nods and ones if yes. Head nods and ones if yes.
I see Anthony. Anthony's the one that goes. Anthony's like, I'm gonna do the head nod and the 1 at the same time. I'm watching him.
My man.
So yes, here's the thing. Beautiful. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. So now I'm gonna go one by one, but I'm not gonna hover over here because a lot of people have a hard time seeing it on the hover. So I'm gonna show you guys where to look at it. So when I click number 1 over here, it's gonna bring this over here. Here's your negative item. Here's the item right here. Here's the number. Okay, here's your negative item. And here is your type of negative item. This is what the AI is telling you what's wrong with the file. Okay? We've got rid of all the positive items. So there is no positive items here right now. There is only negatives. So Yogi, what type of negative item is this?
Wait a minute, I got to turn my phone sideways. Hold on, give me a second.
I'm gonna call on you. We're gonna do this a couple of times. Have it straight.
Okay, hold on. It said, wait a minute. Hold on. I can't even see this. All I can see is, wait a minute. I can't see no photo. Oh, green is
the blue box, buddy. The blue box.
Oh,
the blue box.
The one with the arrow pointing down at it.
Okay, hold on. I got it because I can't. Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
Okay. You see the arrow?
I see it now.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I see the arrow moving.
Yeah, with the phone, I can't get it all the way up there. I cannot see it on the phone.
All right.
Okay. So anybody else can come off mute and help us out over here.
Okay, move it again. Move the arrow again. Let me see. Can I see?
It's right here, big man. It's right here. I'm
Oh,
gonna
up
do
there.
I'm gonna do it in a
Oh,
Personal
different
okay.
color.
identifier
I got. I
information.
got. I
Thank
got
you,
you. I got.
Diona.
I see it now.
Okay. Focus
Give
on
me
this. Focus on this box right here. Focus on this box right here. We want to focus on this box right here. This is the most important box that we have to focus on. Okay. Is this box right here. If we can't click on the boxes, we want to focus on this box. Okay. So now I'm going to get rid of the arrows. So you guys know where you got to focus on, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm going to go to the next one. This is going to be number 2. Tell me what type of negative item do we have here?
You want somebody to answer that never answered already?
Yes, please.
Somebody that's new?
Yes.
Kendra.
Yes, Kendra.
Okay.
Yeah, Kendra.
Kendra's
All right.
been
Okay.
coming in here since November.
No, you're good, Kendra. Deanna. Okay, am I saying your name right? Deanna?
Tiana.
Deanna.
I think it's
Yes.
Diona.
Okay. You're in the community. You're semi newish. You can answer this one as well.
Okay.
So what is this one in that second box?
Garfield headache. Bankruptcy.
The public record information.
There you go.
It says public records.
Perfect.
There you go.
Perfect.
There you go. So we're gonna always look in that second box. So Deanna, if you can if you have to type it, just type it out. But make sure you guys are taking these notes because we're gonna ask you what did we write down? What did we take notes on? Right after this.
Yes, you have to take notes. So guys, I have a sheet over here that I write down everything that we're taking notes on. I suggest that you do the same thing. This is public information, public record. Yes, perfect.
So Yogi, so you're gonna
Yes,
you're just gonna take the notes. And when we say it, you just take the notes. So then when we ask you guys, all right, what did we select? You can go ahead and help us out with that. Okay.
Oh, now, yeah, I found it. I can see it now. I found
Beautiful. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
So get the next one. What's the next one, Yogi?
it. Inquiry information.
Attaboy. Great.
Write that one down.
All right. Let's go to the next one.
What does that say?
In the same box.
Yeah,
Yep.
same box.
Mine still say inquiry information. Second
Yep.
box.
Because it's the same thing. Because
But-
even though it's number 4, it's the same thing. We were on.
So you
number
see
2.
what color he's on? You see the color that he's on? He's on the brown color right now. He just did 2. He touched on 2 brown colors, and they were both inquiries. He's gonna touch on a third one. Let's just guess and see what that third brown was gonna be.
Okay, hold on for a second though.
What's
So
up?
what color was the first one? Was it blue?
The purple,
Oh, purple. Okay.
and that was PI, personal identifier.
Okay.
I'm literally writing the colors down as we're going through.
Yep. The second one was, I believe, orange. The second one was
Yellow,
orange,
yellow,
which is
yellow. It's on the
public
screen.
records.
It's on the screen. It's right here. It's yellow.
Okay.
What was,
It's
the,
too-
what
I
was
can't-
the first one?
Right here. Purple. It's the purple.
It's
color
too
on the
zoomed
bottom.
in, Ali. At least on my screen, it's too zoomed in. I can't see 7 through 6, 7 through 1. I mean, I can't see those
7 through 1. How is that?
because it's super zoomed in.
It should be only zoomed in on what's on my screen. Holy crap. Hold on 1 second. Stop sharing. Let's try that again. Thank you for telling me that.
No problem, brother.
It shouldn't do that.
It
Can you
was
see that
it was
better
fine
now?
over here. Oh, I said it was fine over here.
Oh, probably might just be me then.
Yeah, zoom your ass out, boy.
There you go.
Okay. Good. Dre, good?
Mm-hmm.
So now that we have that, Yogi, I'm gonna do one more. Just say the
Okay.
same if it's the same.
Okay. You ready?
I did it already, brother.
Same. The same.
Beautiful. So everything, I'm assuming everything in that caca brown color is that inquiries, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a curveball at you now. Ready? I'm gonna click this purple one that says 45 over here. Ready?
Okay.
What is that?
Student loan, the target, and
Don't worry, derogatory. I got you.
yeah, the targeted late payment, 3+ payments
Oh,
information.
my man. He read
The
the
first one.
whole thing. The first person to read the whole thing.
First one.
Attaboy. Attaboy. The 3+ payment makes a huge difference. You have to know 3+ means there's 3 or more late payments. You want to enunciate that when you're talking about the late payments over here. So this purple one over here, 45, was that 3+. Make sure you write that down. That's that like dark purple. I'm gonna put D purple.
So write that one down, Yogi, and everybody else who's taking notes on this,
Yes,
write that
sir.
one down.
Okay,
Dark
ready?
purple.
Yes,
Ready?
sir.
46.
Ready.
What's 46, Yogi?
Same thing.
Attaboy. Let's go to 47.
Charge off information.
Okay, I'm gonna teach everybody something over here. This only works with this one. Charge off is not what it shows up to be in the software. So charge off and collection show up as AOC or all other charge off and collections. Unless it says something different than that, it is AOC, all other charge off and collections. Make sense? Or AOCC. Okay?
Okay, what color was that? What color was that one?
That's red.
Okay. Was the one before red also?
No, we're on 47. The one after it is red.
Okay. What was
Yogi,
46?
let me ask you a question.
Yes,
So
sir.
what do you assume 48 is?
Same.
Attaboy. Attaboy. All right, let's go to 49. What's 49?
All other I can't say that word, but late
Derogatory.
3+ detar. That's just my
Derogatory, you
short.
good.
Yeah,
Deter late 3+ information.
Attaboy. Okay. So what do you think 50 and 51 is?
Probably the same.
Probably the same. No, I don't need a probably. I need
I mean,
it the same? Is it the same
it's
or
the
is it not?
same. It's the
Okay.
same.
Let's go to 52. What's 52, my man?
All other delinquent late 1 to 2 information.
Attaboy. I put him on the spot and he just shined. Now, here's the cool thing. Yogi, I'm going to ask you a question. Did we already do this one over here?
The one there now? Yes.
Yes, we already did that. So should I have to write that down on my sheet again?
Yes.
Why would I write it down on my sheet again?
Because it might be in a different section.
No, it's the same thing. We've already done it. The student loan derogatory late 3+.
Well, you might want to make sure. I don't know.
Well, I'm telling you, you don't have to write it down because the system categorizes it.
Okay, it already put
anything,
there. Okay.
anything that comes here that's after that has been done and colored previously does not need to be written down as long as you write it down once. Okay. So now we do have a specialty color. There is a green here. We are going to click on that green. What is the green color, Mr. Yogi?
Charge off information.
Charge off information. Do we have a charge off information?
Yes.
There you go. So because you have a charge off information, you don't have to write it down. We just know that that's the last one. So now when I upload my images, right, I want to check everything that's going on that last one, which is the 62, which is the green one, charge off information. I'll go over here and I check over here and make sure that my information shows this. So here's a hack, guys. Here's a hack that I like. Okay. The hack that I like that I use is I use first name, last name, and then the type of file that we're uploading for this specific piece. So for example, I'm currently right now, the first one is first name, last name, ID. The next piece is first name, last name, SSC or social security card. And then the last one is first name, last name, POA or proof of address. And the reason that I do what I just said to you is major point is because damn, not bad, guys. It's because when I'm in the system right now and I'm doing this right now, okay, Ooh, excuse me. When I'm in the system and I'm doing this right now, I know what I uploaded. I know that the ID is uploaded. I know the social security card is uploaded. I know that the proof of address is uploaded. But if I have image 1262, does anybody know what image 1262 is going to be? I'm going to answer you that. Heck no, tech no. Because I've seen so many people be like, I don't even know what image that is. I was like, so this is where we came up with that idea in telling you guys first name, last name, and then the type of file that it is. Okay. So now scroll up, hit this top button. Okay. And now that I hit this top button, okay, hold on, give me a second. I got to put my phone on do not disturb. It has not stopped ringing and it's annoying.
Look at this. Same here.
It's annoying. It's like,
Ah,
it's crazy. It's just crazy.
yeah.
All right. So I'm going to reset the AI, and now I'm going to tell the AI what to pick. I reset the AI by shutting the little check mark off, putting that on, and now selecting that blast furnace 1 again. So here's the cool piece. Guys, this is the AI right here. This is everything to do with the AI. Okay? So I hit the check mark off. I turn everything off on the AI, and I start to pick what's here. So who took notes here? Somebody took notes, right? Well, I'm going to ask a question. Did we have a personal identifier information on the account? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. We're going to hit that. We're going to put that 1. Did we have a public record or a bankruptcy? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Did we have inquiries?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm like, Yogi, if you don't answer this, yes, man, that's going to be, I'm going to have a problem with you. Okay. Did we have a student loan charge off and collection?
Yes.
I'm going to ask that one more time. Did we have a student loan charge off and collection?
No.
Okay. Why didn't we have a student loan or charge off and collection?
Because we had just the late payments.
No, we had charge offs. Did you take notes, Mr. Yogi? What did I tell you? AOCC, right?
Yes.
AOCC stands for all other charge off collections. Right here, guys. AOCC.
Oh, okay.
AOCC. Okay. So, did we have a student loan? No.
No.
Do we have a medical charge off? No. If it doesn't state it, we didn't have it.
Okay.
We had it. Did we have AOCC?
Yes.
Did we have a student loan derogatory late 3+?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did we have a medical derogatory late 3+?
No.
No.
Good. Do we have all other derogatory late 3+?
Yes.
Ooh. Yogi's on fire right now. All right, Yogi. You coming into the home stretch. You in the 9th inning. You got 3 strikes. Okay, you gonna crack it out the park or what?
I got faith in you.
Student loan delinquency late 1-2. Did we have that?
Yes.
No.
We did? I thought we did.
We did not. We only had all other delinquency lates 1-2.
Oh, okay.
Pop up fly.
All right.
Next time. Next time. That's what your AI, this is what your AI looks like. Now, Michelle was discussing inquiries before when she got in.
Yes.
We do not suggest running inquiries through the software. We go through this every week. We tell you guys to run the 24-hour technique because it costs a lot of money to run that. So we shut inquiries off over here, and we should have 6 check marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 check marks. How many bureaus does your letters go to, guys?
3.
So times 3. So 6 times 3 is what?
18.
I'm going to put that in the first box right here. Put that in the first box right there. Now, To make life easy on everybody, you can go and do default, default, default. You don't have to overthink this process. Once you have all the information, you literally put 18, default, 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 and let it rock. Okay? That's as easy as it is. You don't have to go crazy. Okay? I'm going to hit next. What matters more to me is how you set up your letters. Ready for this?
Yes.
I click include all 3 bureaus. I go over here and click client information. I check the name. I make sure everything is good here. Everything is good. Everything looks good. I go back to general settings and I do something magical. I click print black and white and in my first round of attack. Okay? This is what I do differently than everybody else. I shut off all the damn images on the account. So now there's no files here. There's no credit reports. There's no nothing. There's no nothing that's going to show up on the file. See that? Exclude image on PI, exclude image on PR, exclude inquiry accounts, and exclude images on accounts. So now when I generate this letter, it's just going to be a regular standard letter. Okay? If we know that this letter is going to go out to the bureau and potentially get a stall letter on the first round, we want to make sure that this letter is the smallest letter that it possibly can be. And then I'm going to click generate. Okay? Now, I want to show this because I know V wasn't here last week, so I definitely want to show her what it looks like. And then I'm going to generate a normal one with images. Actually, I should generate one. Wait, V, your mind's going to be blown.
Oh,
And that's it. These letters, that letter has been generated, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. It's done. It's open. I'm opening up the file over here. That's completed. But now, everybody wants to know how fast this software goes, right, Michelle? Right, Yogi? You want to see me go at full speed, right?
Right.
Yes, 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes. It's faster than 2.5 minutes, Mr. Yogi.
Oh.
You want to know why it's faster than 2.5 minutes?
Because you doing it.
I already have all the data I need off this sheet right here.
Oh.
So I don't need to go look for the AI. So now all I got to do is
35 seconds.
Come over here. I need to select it, generate, select, blast furnace, turn everything off, select, boom, 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 18, default, hit next, include all 3 bureaus, select print in black and white. Now we're going to change that letter. And I'm only doing this for this class. I'm going to do all 3 letters in this class to show everybody what it looks like, all the difference in all 3 letters. Mr. Yogi, that's done. How fast did that go? Does somebody want to time me? Does somebody want to time me on the next one?
Oh, he did it already? You did it already?
I'm done.
Guys, who can't do that? He's done already. I thought he was still getting started.
Ready? You want to time me, Trey? Trey, you want to time me?
Let's go.
You tell me when you're ready.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. We're going to start 10 seconds. If nobody, your age does not matter, guys. For real. Let's start now.
Boom,
And I say that for a reason. While he's doing that, people say, oh, Dre, I don't know, man. I missed my beat, man. I'm too old to do this. What? You're too old to keep, you're never too old to learn something new. But your butt is too old to keep doing the same stuff that does not work. Make sense?
Everything's set. Generate letter. Done.
That was 25 seconds. 20. Who has 25 seconds a month? A month to do this.
Guys, I just literally have the sheet in front of me and just follow the sheet. It's 25 seconds and a sheet in front of me. I literally, everybody that's come in here has been downloading this sheet and keeping them for their clients. We're done. So now why did I do that? Because I want to show you guys what's going on. I want to show you guys each file individually. So here's the thing. This is our blast furnace. I'm going to take this first one, Experian PI. I'm going to take the next one. That's the first one. Okay. Okay. I'm going to take the next one. That's the next one. I'm going to take the last one. I've done everything the same, guys. This is the same file. I want everybody to understand that. This was disputed in the same software. It's the same round. It's the same everything. Okay? It's not anything different. I want everybody to see this. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. Why is it not there? There we go. Let's go over here. I need to bring this one down here. Okay? And here's this one. Uh-oh.
They target. Oh, I can't even say it. My tongue is messed.
There you go. So, guys, when I tell you guys this, look at this. And look at this and tell me if you don't see something different here. Here is the default way that the software disputes. The default way that the software disputes has color, has highlights, has all these different things, right? And I'm not going to say that this is bad. If you send it in color, it'll probably do some damage. Don't get me wrong. It'll probably do some damage, but this is how your ID and everything looks like, right? Let's come over here. Let's look over here. Here's just black and white. Does black and white look different than color? Right? Now, look over here. They still have a couple of things to show over here. Here's my favorite. My favorite's down here. This is no images. Look at how they dispute the file with no images. Completely different than disputing it with images. Here's the only images that you have, which is your ID and everything. That's it. 7 pages. 7 pages. 8 pages. This is because the other thing. So you're saving a page without even doing that. And now this is going nuts because this is just one. When you look at all the other files, and I'm going to close this down so everybody can see this. When you open up the other files, right? And you start opening up, and I open up, let's open up collections. I'm going to do Experian collections, okay? And then I'm going to do over here, Experian collections. I'm going to do Experian collections. It's going to show you the difference for each file. All right, that's down, and then there you go. Okay. So here's your color file, right? Here's your color file with all the data in it. This is your color file with all the data in it, 25 pages. Here's your black and white file, 31 pages, because now they need to compensate. Here's your no item in it, no thing, 15 pages. So this is what, when I tell you guys what we're doing, here, look. Charge off, they give the thing, all this stuff. There's all information. It's just listed. It's listed, ready to go. Look at this. This is, oh shit, I didn't even see it. Dre, did you see this before? They included the CDIA information right here. Yo, V, you see this before?
Wow. I didn't see that.
Yo, that's the CDI. What?
That shit's crazy.
This is directly from Metro 2, guys. You got to understand this. This is directly from the CDIA pamphlet, right? I didn't even see that. That's the first time I've seen that. How do I know this? Here we go. Here we go.
Wow.
Let's pull the CDIA pamphlet up. Credit reporting.
What
Credit
is that
reporting
one?
docs.
Wait, hold on.
CDIA.
What is that one?
Which one?
The one that you with the CDIA information in there.
Oh, you don't
What was that?
You know, you like that, don't you? This one is no images. Shutting all the images off. So when you're coming in here and you disputing your client, right? Do it yourself. Printing and
That's
mailing.
crazy.
Go over here. I'm just gonna do check all, right? Next. Shut all this shit off over here. Black and white and shut it all off. Black and white, shut it all off. So instead of exclude all images, exclude all images. Yep. That's what that is. That's what that is. So that's CDIA. So now I'm pulling up the CDIA. Here's the reporting guide. This is the guideline for Metro 2, guys. They pulled up that information. It's right here. That's that information right there. This is the reporting guideline, guys. It's in your letter. It's literally in your letter. It's copied verbatim into your letter.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. You know what gets me is if I didn't start clicking and we didn't have our own software, I want to know who the hell would have figured this out. I'm
so
serious.
guys, and layman, a lot of people are sitting there like, what am I looking at? Guys, a lot of times when you guys are sending these template letters, right? These template letters that all look the same.
Here, right
a lot
here.
of times people aren't telling you that, guess what? When it's going through a computer called eOscar. So if the computer is reading the same damn template layout file 250,000 times this week, and you're the last person sending your letters in, they're going to be like, oh shit, we've seen this before. But when you guys can use this software, you can change up how your letters look 3 different ways. Come on now, guys. Come on now, guys. That's a game changer in itself right there. Making your letters, they're not looking like everybody else's letter that's sending their stuff out. Does that make sense? Drop a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. That with this software, with Ali, what he's showing you is how to generate your letters still in 30 seconds, still in under 2 minutes. But when we do that, we can still have them looking differently than other people's. That's fire, guys. That's, come on now.
Let me break it down even further than you, than Dre has broken it down for. Coach V works for the software company. Okay, I want to break this down even further for everybody that's here. Coach V works for the software company. She's only allowed to teach him how to dispute one way. Okay, she's only allowed to teach him how to dispute one way. Okay, I just taught you a way how to dispute 3 different ways in a matter of 5 minutes, which she can't teach her people. So let me tell you something. If the software in totality has 200,000 members, right? Just using this as an example, has 200,000 members, and they all send out 10 letters, right? That's 2 million letters that go out. That's 2 million letters. You telling me that eOscar can't pick it up? Oh, it'll pick it up. It'll pick it up after the first 20,000 letters. So you're going to get that stall letter. We don't want anybody in this room getting stall letters. So that's why we're going over this. You think you guys are going to get a stall letter if you receive something like this? Heck no, techno, you ain't getting a stall letter. You know why you're not getting a stall letter? Because ain't nobody in the software know this. I don't even think some of the framers know this. That their AI could do this. How did I learn it? I just clicked around. I clicked around and played with the damn software until I just kept burning GAs. So I kept wasting money. So you guys, I had to pay for it anyway. Might as well learn something about it. I kept wasting money. And what happened when I kept wasting money? I learned something. And I teach it to you guys. And what does that do? That gets into a point where you guys can actually start attacking and start seeing results by changing your letters every round and not having to worry about anything. Let's be real. If I get to change my letter every single round, and it's not the same letter that goes out as the other 20 people that's in this group, it's going to change everything about it. And that's what we're doing. Okay? Now, I normally go a little more in depth with how to pick the amount of negative items that go out. but I'm not gonna go too crazy today. I'm gonna give you that. I know we have a lot of newcomers in the room, so I would rather open up the floor to the newcomers. And just for Michelle, because Michelle asked an inquiry question, I'm gonna get the inquiry question for Michelle set up over here while I'm doing that. So in the meanwhile, while I get that inquiry question set up, okay. Does anybody have any questions of what we've done that you would like to ask Dre and I so we can answer it for you? Where is?
I have a question.
Go for it, Mr. Yogi.
Okay, if you start a business, and I want to. So once you get the like if I'm doing my own, so I use if I don't screw up, I use a token.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Once I use that token, every time I send a new one off, do I have to use another token?
Yes.
Sir.
Each round you
Yeah.
send a new each round you use a token.
Yeah, okay, I just want.
And you could generate 1 million quadrillion letters and still use one token per person.
Okay.
Makes sense?
So my next question is, so if you build a business, so if you have it, you just buy a big package.
Yes, sir. That's what I ended up buying the biggest package. I was paying like 1,000 because I had I had over like 150 clients at one point. So that's why I was doing that. So, but if you're not that big, you don't have to buy that, that size.
No, I was just saying if you do build your business.
For sure.
All right.
But I will. But for starters, I will start with the bronze. And if you have a little bit more, like if you have 3-4 people that you want to do, then I will get the one above the bronze. But I will start no matter what with the bronze if you're just doing you.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. You got anything else?
I tried not to be rude, and I forgot the camera follows me, and I'm like, I'm trying to go spit. I'm like, stupid camera, stop following me.
Yeah. Any other questions though?
Me? Oh no, I'm good.
Anybody? Yes, but you. Yeah. Deanna, you've been on here though. Talk to me, because you've been in the community for a little bit. So talk to me. What's going on with you? Any questions?
I have no questions. Still trying to learn and get it together.
Okay. So as always, if you have any questions, please, you're in the community, hit me up. All right.
Yes.
Anybody else?
Well,
Michelle.
we got Justin. Justin's from both communities. Justin's been with me for a long time. Justin, I know I dropped a lot of new stuff. You got anything new since you? Oh, Justin's been here. Justin's been in my office and learned in my office from me directly. So, Justin, have you learned anything new since the last time we've been together?
Yes, man. This is dope. That drop down menu on the left hand where you can take all the extra stuff off your letters. I might need to see it one more time because I've been moving. I just got off work. But that was the only thing I was gonna ask, if I can see that one more time so I can make sure I know how to do that.
Sure, right here. So when we're doing this over here, so the document options I was always told never to touch. So then I started touching it. Hey, that sounded very wrong. I started playing. I started that. Yeah. I started selecting it and going forward with it in the sense of trying to see what happened with the letter when we started working with it. And what happened was I started to see that black and white letters would change the format and the verbiage of the letter. So all you have to do is click the drop down, right? I'm gonna reset this real quick. Control Shift R. Oop. Control Shift R. All right, don't work. Okay. I'm gonna select my client. I'm gonna do my attack myself. I'm gonna select blast furnace. I'm gonna select check all, whatever, just to get it into the thing. And I'm gonna come over here into the document options, right on the right hand side, and then I could do one of two things, Justin. I could just click print black and white, which will change the letter, will change it to one AI, or I could do two, which is exclude all images and exclude this. And then write the exclusion in, exclude personal information. exclude public record, exclude inquiries, and exclude images on accounts. So now I get rid of all that, and that'll be the second thing that I do. Okay. You don't have to worry about printing one-sided or double-sided. I handle that in the office. So that's it. Now, if you guys have to do that, it's a setting on your printer. You don't have to worry about. But that's what you have to do. Does that make sense, Justin?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
No problem, big dog. Okay, cool.
Beautiful.
Hey, Dre, this is Monica.
Hi, Monica. How are you doing?
Fantastic. How are you guys?
Great, great, great.
So listen, I'm pretty new on the onset of all of this, but as I was following, say for instance, when we talk about the bronze, the silver, the gold, if you have let's say you have between 1 and 5 charge offs, or 1 and 3, or just 1. When those letters generate, they generate for each charge off. Is that correct?
Yes, it's attacking.
No.
Wait,
no.
What's the question?
No, I got it. I got what she's asking. So, Monica, when you're generating a letter, it generates based upon a category. So it's not generating based upon the charge off. It's based upon the category of a charge off. So if you have 5 charge offs and you select the default pattern in this one, it will dispute 1 letter per bureau with the charge offs inside of it. Now, you can change the letters, which I'm not going to go into in depth over here right now, but you can change the letters so that you can have it 1 charge off per bureau, or you can have it grouped together. Now, what we suggest is just for this class alone, just to do it the default way and let the default setting of the AI attack it. And it will probably most likely, if you have 5 charge offs, it'll group them all together.
So it's best to just go with the default.
For right now. It's not that it's best. It's just for explanation purposes, not to screw you up. But you can select and add, you can make it as many letters as you want. I could show you how to make the AI pick as many letters as you want for it. You just got to tell the AI what to do. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
So to answer your question, yeah, you can, but we didn't cover that part today. Next Friday, we're probably going to go more in depth on the disputing tactics. But to answer the question, yes, you can, but that's a lot more explaining to do, more in depth, and we don't want to screw you guys up because there's a lot of new people on here, so we want to screw a lot of people up. So just for now, we'll go ahead and pick the default.
Yeah. Okay, and to piggyback off of that, the $40, what is it? The
token. Just call it
the
token.
token.
Yeah, the token. Yeah.
Is that per letter?
No,
I'm sorry, not per letter, per charge off.
No, per person.
How's that calculated?
So per person. So each person is 1 GA or 1 token. When you use that 1 token or that 1 GA, you can generate 1,000,000 letters. So remember how we said for right now, we said the default, so you can package up 5 of your charge offs on 1 letter. If you say, all right, cool, that's cool, but I want to do the more in depth, I want to do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, it's still going to be 1 GA for all those letters.
For that session.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
For that round, for that
person,
yes.
for that person, for that session. Yes.
Yes.
It is 1 token per 1 person per 1 session. So if I were to click generate right now, it's going to take 1 token. Okay. If I go back in and run it again, it's going to take another token. That's going to be 2.
Oh, so each time you run it.
Yes. Each time you run it.
And it can generate as many letters as you want. You decide. That's what we're teaching you right now, is how to actually tell the AI what you want to do.
So quickly, upon generating all these letters, are we to print and pick out the particular letter that is sent out, or does AI send that to you guys and you send it out? How's that?
So there's 2 ways that you can go about it. Okay. You can print it and mail it out yourself, or you can not select us. You're going to select that there's a company that we work with, which is my wife. And what you do is you select it over here. It comes over here. So right now we're selected as the print it myself. You select the print by Ali Batty team. all this information you're going to fill out. Oh, guys, I gotta make this statement here as we're on the screen. Do not put your client's information over here. Only your information, your email address, your phone number. I'm not dealing with your client. I'm dealing with you. If you made an error in the software and I send it to your client and your client never gets back in touch with you, you're never going to know. And then you're going to come back to me and say, hey, did you print out my letters? And then literally people go to V and tell V, I didn't hear back from him. And then we don't even have their phone number. So always have your information here. Always have your stuff here ready to rock and roll. So that's the so you can do that. Here's your discount code over here, and you click continue. And now when you click generate, right, it'll automatically send the invoice to my team, not the invoice. The notice that we have letters to print. Now my team will then look at it. They'll go over your letters. They'll go over everything. It's a separate cost for printing. We'll print mail. We'll give you two options. We'll either give you mail with tracking or we'll give you standard mail. Okay. Mail with tracking is basically track your mail to the bureau so that you can call using Dre's method for calling. Or you can do standard mail, which is just a standard postage. It goes out, whatever it is. Now, you can do standard mail is not frowned upon, ladies and gentlemen. I want everybody to know over here. It is not frowned upon, but you cannot hold anybody accountable with standard mail. I want everybody, I'm literally going to stress this out over here. You cannot hold anybody accountable if you send out standard mail. You'll try to hold me accountable. I send you a picture. Once it's done and it's out of my hands with the post office, there's nothing I can do for you. There's nothing I can do for you. But with mail with tracking, you'll be able to track it to the post office where we drop it off, from the post office to the sorting facility, and all the way to its final destination. When it gets to its final destination, that's where you use Dre's tactic and giving them a call. Now, you could do Dre's tactic with standard mail. And by doing that, you're going to have to wait, I would say, wait 7 to 10 days before you give a call, because you want to just make sure that it gets there. Now, if they say it didn't get there, you can't prove if it got there or not. So I'm not going to tell you that, yeah, it got there or no, it didn't. So I would suggest that you guys be careful if you use the standard mail or not.
Agreed.
And that's it. That's if you want to print with us, Monica, they'll invoice you. Now I want everybody to understand here. Everybody's like, can you give me a price on what the invoice is there? No, I cannot, because I don't know how many letters you're going to generate. We have letters that come in that are $3. We have files that come in that are $3. We have files that come in that are $950. I want you to understand that. I got that the other day. It's $950 because somebody wanted to send out 39 things with mail with tracking. Mail with tracking is expensive. It's not cheap. It's expensive, but I have no problem doing it for you. If you tell me for a cheaper option, we take care of you. You are the captain of your ship. You let us know how you want us to go about it. Monica,
so
okay.
Yeah, yeah, you covered it pretty much. Yes, you did cover it. Great. One keynote, we can print those letters and we can mail them off with tracking as well, correct?
Yes, you go to so you guys can use certified mail. I don't use certified mail because I use the professional envelopes. Certified mail doesn't work with the professional envelope. So we have to do mail with tracking, which is usually Ground Advantage.
And what is the professional envelopes?
The big manila folders.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Yeah, I want you to, so when we send your letters out, we want you to stand out.
So the reason why I asked that is because if you're a Prime member, if you're Amazon, I'm sure pretty many people are familiar with this, then for myself, I can actually send out X amount of mailings or packages per month. So with tracking, so does that work in conjunction with this, or is that not a good idea?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never even heard of it. So first and foremost, I'll be straight with you guys over here. That's not my business. It's my wife's business. I'm in the back of her store. She owns the print shop. She
Okay.
handles everything on that end. So you can ask me whatever it is, and I'll be the straight to tell you. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
had a
want to
friend.
do it the best way, but as a business partner with Amazon, if that's not a good idea, then of course I won't do that because I want the best results. If the best results are to go through your partnership, not wife's company, but your partnership, then so be it. Then that's the best route
Why
to
don't
go
you
to get
try?
the best results.
Why don't you try it and see what happens? I'm not gonna sit here. Here's the cool part. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, yes, we're the best. We're the best thing. I know we're the best in the software.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But hey, you have a relationship with Amazon. Give it a shot. What the hell do you have to lose? Does it work? I don't know. I can't tell you yes or no. What happens if it doesn't work? You go 2 rounds and you haven't gotten anything. You haven't got a stall letter. You haven't got nothing. Here's
Right.
the cool plea. You got plan B. Come to me and we get it rocking and rolling. That's it.
Right on. I'll let you guys know how it
Our
works out.
our thing is if you follow what we did here today,
Mm-hmm.
you won't need a review process. But I always suggest to get a review process, review your letters, make sure that everything's proper. Okay?
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem.
Great question. Great questions. Anybody else?
Yeah, when do Miss V have her basic?
V has her basic on Monday and Wednesdays. I will get the link from V and I will post it in the community and I'll send it to Dre so Dre can post it in his community as well so we can have her look at our basics. And Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. She just posted in the chat. I forgot about Saturdays. My ass ain't getting up on Saturdays anymore.
Hey, Coach V, if you have the link, can you send that to me so I can put that in my community right now? If you have the link right now. If not, I'll just wait for Alice.
Well, she posted it in the community. So instead of just going crazy, I'm just gonna pull it out of the community. I think it's the same link if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen it, but
yeah. So yeah, we'll get you guys that link so you guys can go through her basic class. She does the same thing that we do. And she'll go over it. She does a Q&A at the end and she goes through it. You'll hear her. She'll go over it with you guys. She's not gonna go into the, she's not gonna go through the document selections, all that stuff. She's gonna just do the basics of the software, how to do it, default, all that stuff. She's gonna do that. So make sure you're prepped for that. And then if there's anything that you guys need extra, always come back and ask us.
Thank you.
No problem.
For sure. Good question.
Micah, what was the topic for this week? Oh, Garfield's entering the room.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know Garfield left.
What topic?
It was business funding.
Ooh.
Business credit funding. Yeah.
Business credit funding or business funding?
It's a difference.
Oh, I put down business credit funding.
Well, one's corporate credit, credit, one's personal business credit funding. Maybe we touch a little bit on both. Dre, since I need to head to the restroom real quick. Why don't you?
I
was gonna say, why don't you take over this? I'll go real quick. You do the business credit funding.
Business funding.
Yeah, well, business funding. What through the business? Yeah, and I'll do the business credit funding.
Credit. There you go.
All right, I'm gonna stop sharing, and then V dropped her link into the chat. Micah, save that link in the community if they want to join Monday and Wednesdays at 8 Eastern and Saturdays at 11 in the basic why am I pulling a blank right now? The basic orientation, like the basic orientation class, going over the software. I'm gonna stop sharing, and then we still have Michelle's question to go over. I have it pulled up on my screen, but we'll wait until she comes back. But we can start with that.
Got you. Fasal, I need you to get that link, Coach V's link, Fasal, and do the same thing. Go ahead and get that kicking to the side or whatever, so I can post that inside the community's calendar. So, Michael, the question was about business funding, right? How to get business funding the best way?
Yeah, it was about business credit funding going from 0 to funding.
Okay. So the first things first, we want to know what a fundable report. So I'm going to do on the getting funding through your personal side. All right. So first things first, the first step to, all right, we're going to get funding. What does a fundable report look like? All right. So a lot of people don't know that you can have a 750 credit score. And if you go to the bank, you have a 790 credit score, go to the bank and still get denied. Why? Because you don't have 6 months of credit. You have only 6 months of credit age. If you ask me for $50,000 and you only have 6 months of credit age, I'm not giving you no $50,000. A lot of times people don't know that you need comparable credit. What is that? You need at least 2 credit cards with a minimum balance of $3,000. Why? If you don't have high limits on your personal side, why should I give you high limits on your business side? Makes sense? Then we want to have 20% or less credit utilization. I know a lot of those gurus out there say 30%. We want 20%. All right. If I tell you 20, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be like, all right, but what if I got can I get through at 24, 25? Okay. But if I tell you 30, you're gonna say, all right, can I get through at 30, 35? No, damn it. Like, no. So you're gonna give them that little wiggle room because makes sense, guys. So when you check off all of those boxes, then you're ready for funding, not just you having a 750 credit score. You need that report to show. All right. So now once we have the report, not the score, once we have the report, now once we're doing that, when you're in the process of doing that, you want to start setting yourself up for where you're gonna go get funding. Now again, Ali's gonna touch on the corporate credit when you have the 2 years tax returns and all that good stuff. But when we're first starting off, I guarantee you, everybody on this live does not have in their EIN, their business only, they're making $3 million a year in their business. Probably not. You probably don't have 2 years of tax returns. Probably not. So that means we have to go get funding on our personal side, which means we can go PG it. All right, we can go PG that funding. So that means we need to go to banks that do 0% interest. All right. So now we got to go set ourselves up. So we go get an account with Chase. We go to Bank of America and start up an account. We go to US Bank and get an account. We go to Navy. Well, Navy is not 0% interest. No credit unions are 0% interest because they're non-for-profit. All right. So, but we'll go to those PNC. They have 0% interest. We'll go to those banks and get a starter account so we can, once our credit is done, now we can go straight to those banks because we already have a relationship. Because a lot of people don't know that some banks are relationship based. If you don't have a relationship or previous relationship with them, they're not going to give you that bag. Makes sense? So while we're repairing our credit, making sure we're building that credit out, let's go get the banks that we need. Now that we have that, now we have to also pick which banks pull from different bureaus. This is another mistake that people mess up on. A lot of people say, let's go to Chase, and Chase pulls from Experian. Let me go to Chase and get 50,000. Beautiful. Then they go to another bank that pulls from Experian. Then another bank that pulls from Experian. And now you're getting denied because you have all those inquiries in one bureau. So how we have to do is we have to also go to you guys can take your notes. There's a site called ibank.net. All right, ibank.net. You go to that bank and you can iBranch Locator or something like that. But you can go to those sites and you can go see which bank pulls from which bureau. Okay, so I can go see that a bank Chase pulls from Experian. So I'll go there. Then I'll go to Truist because they pull from TransUnion, and then I go to BOA because they pull from Equifax. So now I have 3 banks that pull from 3 different bureaus. If I go get 50, 50, 50, I just accumulated $150,000, but the banks only see 1 inquiry per bureau. Makes sense? Now, again, what do? We go do that in a week. Then once we apply for those credit cards, the inquiries hit the same day, guys. The inquiries hit the same day. So what we can do is we can go erase those inquiries before the accounts hit. Now we can go to 3 more banks and they see no inquiries. Make sense? If we wait until the accounts hit, now we cannot remove those inquiries because you cannot remove inquiries that are attached to open accounts. Does that make sense, everybody? Drop a 1 in the chat. If you take too long on this play, and you, oh, damn, I took too long. I didn't run the play. Now you're stuck with those inquiries. Okay. So make sure when we run these plays, we want to be like, we want to get this stuff done. So let's make sure that once we apply, we erase those inquiries so we can keep going for more funding and more funding. Does that make sense? That's just the basic level of how you can start getting funding on your personal side. Make sure you, just a little recap, make sure you have a fundable report. You know what a fundable report looks like. Make sure it matches up to that. Then you start making sure you establish relationships with the banks that you want to go to. So now that you're ready, you can go get that funding and make sure that they pull from different bureaus so you're not stacking up all your inquiries in one bureau. Does that make sense, everybody? Cool.
Yes, Dre.
Yes, ma'am.
Kendra. So how long did you say it take for the inquiry to show?
So between like 3 weeks, 3 weeks, I want to say. Now, it's not a science. Some banks, they slap them a lot quicker. Some banks put the account on a lot later. So it's not an exact science, but I tell people, try to get that off in the same week, same couple of days. Like, you know, you're going to go apply. So once you apply, the next thing you should be doing is getting that inquiry removed. That's the exact next thing you should be doing. Not wasting time. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah, got you.
Beautiful. Great question. Great question.
Dre, question. What was the name of that website? iBank what?
.net.
It's ibank.net. I'm trying to go to that website. I want to see what it looks like.
And then I'll drop another one for you guys. I got you, man. I got you. But yeah, so there's multiple websites that we can go to that will show you which banks pull from which bureaus. Make sense, guys?
I love it.
Beautiful.
I'm not getting access. I'm not getting access to it, but whatever.
I'll drop it.
You drop it in the chat so I can see it, because that's crazy. That's big, guys. Understanding what bank has what and what they're pulling from. It gives you the opportunity to know what to actually choose when you're going into the system and how to pick the right information to get the best out of what you're doing. Because fixing your credit is the start of it. It's not the end goal. If anybody's end goal is to fix their credit, God bless, you're ahead. You're a lot more financially and mentally ahead of a lot of us. Okay? Because every single person in here wants credit for one reason. They want to buy something. And whatever they want to buy is why they want to fix their credit, whether it's a car, whether it's a house, whether it's a business, no matter what it is, they didn't find out that they had bad credit until they had to buy something. So knowing what you have to do to get yourself right is huge. Monica, I saw you come off mute. What's up?
Oh, it's always about what's your why and everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's about the pain point, and the why is the pain point. It's always about the pain point, and that's where it comes down to. So now I'm going to touch on corporate credit. So FYI, what Dre and I are both saying is the same thing. It's just done differently. Corporate credit is when you're going to start to get your lines of credit through the bank and also get your installment loans. It's a higher level of what Dre is doing to a bigger feat. So what do I mean? I want to build out a location. Okay. And just using this as an example, I want to build out a $20 million corporate headquarters, right? Well, I ain't forking over $20 million of my own money to build out a corporate headquarters. I'm going to the bank and asking the bank for money. And that's when the bank is going to give me money to do what it needs to, especially when you have that banking relationship. So how do we start to develop these banking relationships? It's very, very simple. First off, pick a bank and stick with it. My suggestion right now, 2 banks and 2 banks only. Bank of America and Chase. Why do I say that? Because that's what I have in my business. In Dre and our businesses, we have Bank of America, and my business personally, I have Chase. So I always tell you, I practice what I preach. I use Bank of America for what reasons? If I want to buy a car, Bank of America is offering no docs for a car underneath the business. for up to 4 cars. So there's Bank of America. Okay. Chase. Why do I like Chase? Chase is business for the business credit cards. Chase is big. But here's the thing. When it comes down to loans and looking for loans, you're going to be jumping around. You need to find an SBA bank that deals in your area that will deal and lend out via SBA. Now, we do have an SBA lender that we work directly with. We have a few of them. And I think V does some stuff with SBAs as well. So there's always that we always have somebody in touch that we can give you. We can literally put you in with when we have this. So corporate vending, for corporate credit starts very simply. You do 3 to 5 net 30 trade lines in your first tier. I always suggest going on the higher end, not on the lower end. Why? You want as many trade lines as you possibly can on your account. You look better to the bank when you have trade lines to show that you can pay your bills on time. It's the same thing with personal credit. The more access to money you have and the way you keep your money in straight and intact, the better you look to the bank, the more they want to fund you. The more they want to fund you. Let's be real. The bank is not going to give you money if you can't keep a net 30 trade line under control. If you can't pay a $1,000 net 30 trade line in your business in the first month, we have an issue. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't just do that. Drop in SBFE. How did you get SBFE? Oh, we'll talk after. We'll talk after. All right?
Dang.
We'll talk after. Me and you will talk after. That V's my girl, guys. You don't understand. Me and V on another level. Like I call her, she calls my daughter and her like Auntie V. So that V and I are on a different level. So at the end of the day, I want to tell you guys something. When it comes to corporate credit, first off, you want to have your trade lines. Yes, everybody's going to have a trade line that you can buy and work off of, but you want to have your trade lines. You want to have proper trade lines. You want to have it reporting to everybody. Now, why did I just go crazy over SBFE? SBFE is the Small Business Federation something loan. It's for the SBA. Okay? The breakdown for it is for the SBA. That reports to the SBA, and their scoring model is you have to be over 140 to actually get your SBFE score. It needs to be over 140 for you to get approved by the Small Business Administration. So if you get the SBFE score over 140, when you go to one of our small business lenders and you have that, you're getting approved. And you're getting your documents expedited. There is no waiting. It's like, let's go to the races. As long as you have everything that you need, 2 years of business, tax returns, X, Y, and Z, you're going to get your documents expedited. Right. While on the other hand, if you don't have that, that's where it'll take a little bit longer because they have to do what is a manual underwriting. But I won't go too deep into that. So you start with your net 30s. After you get your net 30s, 5 net 30s, you can pick Quill, you can pick Granger, you can pick there's a bunch of them. Uline. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I don't have them off the top of my head. I do have a list somewhere. I think it's on my old computer at home. I have a list somewhere of like 400 of them that you can do. And that'll get your ball rolling. Now, once your ball is rolling, right? And you have that persistently going, the next round, and you're supposed to wait 3 to 4 months, then you go to your tier 2. That's store cards, gas cards. I like those in-between cards, what I call. And I think that some people say there's only 3 tiers. I'm starting to agree with that sentiment right now because tier 1 and 2 was gas cards, then store cards, or store cards, then gas cards. I'm going to group them in the same thing right now. So you get we'll say this is tier 2 and 3. You get whatever you can. You can get the Fuel Man card. Any major gas station has a card. It's usually run by the same company. I forgot the name of the company, but they have the same card. It's run and backed by the same company that does the fuel, and it's awesome. It's a fleet card. Once you get your fleet cards, you get 5 fleet cards. After you get your 5 fleet cards, right? You go get your store cards. Everybody asks me, when do I go get the Sam's Club card? Wait until the 8th or 9th month of doing this. Then you go get your Sam's Club card, and your Sam's Club card's got a limit of 15 to 20 G's on it. After you do that, your Sam's Club card has a limit of 15 to 20 G's on it, and now you're building. Then you go get your Amazon, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. The last piece that you're going to do is you're going to get your installment loans, and you're going to get your car or anything underneath your business credit. You're going to do like Ally Bank, there's Bank of America, things like that. You're going to get over there, and then you go for your corporate credit cards. Now, Dre gave you a hack. What's Dre's hack? Dre doesn't realize that he gives people a hack. He's giving people a hack. When you go get a business credit card from a major bank, they report to all the bureaus. They report to Dun & Bradstreet. They report to Experian and Equifax Business. They report to all these places. Because they report to all these places already, okay, you're building your business credit on the back end before you even know it. Now, same thing. You go get that. Go get an equipment lease. Go get an equipment lease. Why an equipment lease? All the equipment leases report. Every month you make a payment. Why would I want an equipment lease? Go buy a computer and pay it off every single month. Oh, Coach V's trying to get in. Oh yeah. Go buy a computer and pay it off every single month. That's an equipment lease, or pay it off and then return it. All of a sudden now you're building your business credit up. Why? Because once your business credit is above the recommended numbers, so Dun & Bradstreet's got to be over 90. Dun & Bradstreet's got to be over 85. Experian's got to be over 90. Equifax, don't get me wrong, guys. I've been doing this such a long time. I still don't understand Equifax's scoring model. Equifax's scoring model for business is just stupid. I'll be honest with you. It's just stupid. But if I remember correctly, they do up to 1,000, which you want to be over 800. And then they have 100 scoring model, which you want to be over 85. So Equifax's scoring model is just dumb. But you want to be over that. Then what happens? Now you're able to go to your bank. You're able to go to your places that you're working with that we had spoken about and we have told you about. And now these places are getting you what you need. When you go to the bank, you're asking for that line of credit. That line of credit requires you to be in business for 2 years. Well, after you build your business credit, you're in business for 2 years. And it goes by quick, guys. I'm serious. This shit goes by quick. I am coming up on my 2-year mark in business in August. Like, I've been in business for 2 years already. I'm like, damn, that went by really quickly. It went by really quickly. I didn't even think it was going to be profitable. Hand to God, I didn't even think my business was going to be profitable. I thought it was just going to be extra money. But at the end of the day, they watch, they get the profitability, they see everything, and then you start to make your moves. And you will see when you start making your moves how crazy it is. How crazy it is making your moves. And you guys will get to that next you guys will get to that next place very, very quickly with that. And then you go and start applying for your loans, and they're going to ask you for your documentation. They're going to ask you for some of them to be personally guaranteed, depending on the amount of money, if the business credit is not built correctly. Now I have our BRM at our business relationship manager over here at Chase. She'll tell you when it's good enough. She'll be like, yo, your business credit's too new. Your business credit's too this. Your business credit's too that. So she let me know. I want everybody else over here to know this. I wrote a book. I'm rewriting it on business credit. The more money you can put in your business credit bank account, the quicker they're going to start calling you. The quicker they want to talk to you. The quicker that they're going to come knocking the door down to do business with you. And the more money they see flowing through that bank account, the more business they want to do with you. The bank knows a heavy hitter when they see it. So each person in here, get yourself ready to rock and roll. Now, I know I didn't give too much, but at the end of the day, I also don't want to include I also don't want to confuse everybody. I want you guys to start building your bases. Once you build your bases, then we can go and put you with the business relationship manager. Because the same business relationship manager that gets you the credit card with Dre, it's the same business relationship manager 2 years from now that gets you a business loan. It's the same person. They do the same thing. But at the end of the day, they have ones that deal with people with small money, and they have ones that deal with people with big money. And the guys who deal with big money, they want to make sure that all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted, and this is how they do it. Business credit is huge. Business core, and I call it business credit because that's exactly what it is. Some people like Dre call it corporate credit. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You're building your profile for your credit, for your business, to make sure that that profile is strong to say, I can stand on what's on my own 2 feet.
Makes sense, everybody? Double one
Yes.
chat if that makes sense. Or say yes.
Indeed.
Beautiful.
Mute.
Beautiful.
Yep,
Beautiful.
it makes sense. But
Beautiful.
I need to ask you.
I didn't forget about you. I just saw you walk in. You've been MIA.
I know.
girl.
I've been. I was really on the business phone call, but when I need to ask one question.
What's up?
If so, once you get through with all this credit report, sending your letters, getting your credit score together, and everything looking good, so that's when you have to go to the business and try to get a business loan, right?
When you get the steps are when you go get your credit, when you get done getting your credit together, that's when you want to start getting, depending on your business. Okay, so what step you go with in business depends on your revenue or how long your business has been intact or whatever. If you have 2 years of tax return, then you can just do what Ali just said. We can start focusing on your business, getting you EIN, start working on building that up. If we can do that. If you have not been in business for 2 years, then we need to, once your credit is done, once your personal credit is done, now we need to start focusing on making sure it's fundable and then going and get business funding. I say corporate credit because a lot of people say business credit. I want to go work on my business credit. I want to go get business funding, business credit funding. No, you want to go get corporate credit. You want to work on your corporate credit or your personal credit. Which one? So you are going to be, once you get your personal credit together, you are going to be in the phase of you need to go get personal funding but business funding by PG-ing it.
Yeah, okay. Like if you done with your personal credit, suppose you don't want no business.
So when I tell you to go leave your personal credit alone. All right. Once we get your personal credit report where it needs to be, leave it alone. Why? If we go get you personal credit cards, if you go max them bad boys out, once you start using your personal credit card, your utilization is going to start going up and up and up, and now it's going to drop your score down. But if we go get you business funding through your business, leveraging your personal credit report, obviously. But when we go get you business funding, you can max those credit cards out, and it's not going to hurt your personal score because it's hooked up to your business.
Okay, now if you want to use your personal credit to buy a house, suppose that you want to just do all this just to buy you a house.
Now you can do that. You can go do, like, if you want to go get a house, you can do like those FHA. All you need like a 680 to go get a house. Get approved. Not even. You don't need even a 680.
I was talking to the mortgage broker, and the mortgage broker told me they have mortgages now they can lend up to 580. Okay. Oof. But your rate is
interest
on absolutely not even the interest, it's the down payment.
But yes, yeah.
Your risk assessment is going to be through the roof. Now, your higher your credit score, the less your down payment has to be, but unless your PMI has got to be as well. So just to give you guys an idea, so say you're fixing your credit, what do you want your credit score to be to have no PMI? Well, not have no PMI, have a low interest rate and a good PMI. You want everything to be in or around, excuse me, in or around 680 to 720. Now, I tell everybody here, if you're not striving for a 720, you're not good. You're not good. 720 should be your goal. Because no matter what, as soon as you hit 720, you are never going back down ever again. Because you're going to realize how good life is when you have that 720 credit score. That 720 credit score changes life instantly. It changes life instantly because you start getting approved for things that you didn't know you could get approved for.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's not about the house. It's the interest rate that comes with the house. So instead of getting an 8% interest rate, you're getting a 7. Okay. The car. Oh my God. This always gets me. The difference between a 600 credit score and a 750 credit score on an interest rate on a car, the interest rate on a 600 credit score is 18% on the same loan. On the same loan, the car interest rate for some person with 750 is 8%. That's it. I'm talking today's day and age time. I'm not talking age. I'm talking today.
Yeah,
I'm
today.
talking right now.
Yeah.
18% on bad interest. But what do? You get your ass together, you get your shit in gear, and you start rocking and rolling. You don't wait. You don't wait because here, I'd rather take an 18% interest loan, right? I'm telling everybody here, I'd rather take an 18% interest loan, rock out, go fix my credit, then go refinance that same loan and see exactly how much I was paying. I just did it. I just did it with my wife's car. We were paying, and not that we had bad credit, I just bought in a bad time. I just refinanced her car from $1,500 a month to $1,000 a month payment, saving $500 a month by just refinancing the car. And I put it out of our personal name and into the business. So now,
yeah, I did mine like that too.
Now I'm not even paying anymore. Now I'm not even going crazy anymore. Now I'm doing what we need to do in the business, and everything's in the business.
But
so
my
here's the
car
thing.
paid for, so I don't have to worry about that.
There you go, girl. Ain't nothing to worry about. But you just have to be smart about everything you do. You could put your house in your name, in the business name too.
Yeah, I know that.
You don't have to put it in your name, but then it goes based upon the tax return. Not the tax return. It's based upon the bank statements that you get, and they take 12 months of bank statements. They take 12 months of bank statements.
So is rent to own a home is a bad thing to do, like renting to own?
No, renting to own. So what you're paying to rent, you're paying a mortgage payment. Okay, think about that. You're paying a mortgage payment, but your mortgage payment has an end to it. But here's the problem. Let me ask you a question. All the money that you pay, when does the title and the deed get transferred into your name? After so if you make 10 years worth of payments, when does that deed get transferred into your name so where you can pull that mortgage or the home into your name until the deed is done? Is there a half? There's got to be some place where that thing that shows that you're trying to own it, because hey, if you don't pay a thing tomorrow, if you don't miss a payment tomorrow, right? What makes you think that the landlord might not be able to take it?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just being real. I'm just being real. We got to use common sense when we're in and doing these deals over here. Rent to own is beautiful if you got the right bases to build yourself up. After 10 years of making payments, you will become a co-signer on the deed of the house, which means now you and I technically own the house, and I cannot go back on this deal because you've paid 10 years worth of equity. Make sure you have that in paper. If you don't have that in paper, pack your shit up and get out of that house, because you ain't owning nothing. They're waiting for you to mess up so you can't own the house. That's the game.
Okay.
So be careful with everything that you're doing. Scott, I'll be honest with you. We're coming to the end of this class today. I would be straight with you. Just watch the video. There's a lot that we went over. We went over a lot. Ralph,
Yeah.
what's up, baby?
You
All right.
already know. I've been quiet in the background
I know.
listening. So I got a question about the breakdown y'all did for the how you set up your business. So when let's say right now I'll use me for example. This lady want to partner with me and then create a DBA in Alabama. So we have a new LLC in Alabama, and her LLC already has been for a year or so. Is there a way? Is there a way to start doing the same thing that you were just discussing with that LLC that already is formed, or do you got to start
What
from zero?
building the business credit?
Yes.
Building a business credit. So building the business credit could start. You could get the jumps that we spoke about, like getting the credit cards or getting a trade line that V told you. You can get the jumps. Those are the skip the line stuff that
Yeah, she already have a lot of those things.
yeah.
Steps.
But here's the thing. If the newer one, you're gonna have to start from scratch. But you can add those skip the line stuff. But the older one should have that stuff in place. Because just going and getting a credit card gets you. My wife's got a perfect business credit score, right? She
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have any. She only has one business credit card, the Chase Inn card. That's it. She's got nothing else. She got a perfect business credit score because she made her payments on time every single month. That's all you need to get it rocking. So to answer your question, okay? To answer your question, is it better to use the old one? Absolutely. Always better to use the old one because it has age. If you had to create a new one, do you have to start over from scratch? Yes, you do. But is it bad? No. It's buildable. But now you have the hacks that you need that'll get you to push that bar quicker. To get to the loan and the line of credit still requires 2 years. That is a non-negotiable with the banks getting a line of credit. They require that you're 2 years of business and have your bank statements. No, not bank statements, you have your tax returns. Okay? If you don't have at least 2 years of business with tax returns, you're not going to get that line of credit. But when you have that, you'll get what you need.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, that sounds good. So I have a lady that's looking for business funding. Well, not business funding, construction loan, or some funding because we're gonna buy some land and stuff. Are you or Dan the right guy to work on that with, or because I'm not pretty good at that? She did come to me and ask me, so I wanted to see if any of you guys.
Go to my partner Dre. My partner Dre will handle. We'll
Dre,
figure.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, Dre will handle anything that goes over there. At the end of the day, like I told, so Lou is in here. Lou's did some, wants to get in funding with us. A lot of people over here. We're able to help you fund your files. I want everybody to know. We're telling you to open up funding companies, but if you guys got a client that's ready to go right now, we'll do a split with you. Like we'll take a split. You just got to do the work. We'll tell you what to do, but you got to put in the footwork, and we'll do the funding for you. Okay, until the software launches. When the software launches, that's a different story. That'll have most of the stuff ready to rock and roll.
I'll message you. Are you on the Discord group as well, Dre?
Yeah, he's Dre the Dimer.
All right, I'll message you and then we'll get some things started.
For sure. But make sure that you know what a fundable. I went over what a fundable report looks like. So let's not.
I know what a fundable report looks like, but she just asked me just today, so I haven't run any of her information. I do not have any of these things at all.
Okay. All right.
This is just preliminary.
Gotcha.
Ralph, I know you have access to the funding software. Your username and password are still the same. Log in and go use the funding software, and the funding software will let you know if she's fundable in 20 seconds.
Okay, got it.
All right.
Great question, brother.
Scott, I know you were trying to talk at the same time as Ralph. I apologize. You can come off mute, buddy.
Any question you got, brother?
I could probably get me a little trailer.
Oh, I'm good. Like I said, I'll just look at the video a little bit later on or whatever. I was just gonna go ahead and stick around and get what I can get for right now as well.
For sure.
No problem. No problem. We're usually at the end we're wrapping up, but here's the thing, guys. The end is your questions. The end is anything you want to know. The end is anything that you want to know about, business, about credit, about funding, about starting a business, about all that stuff. This is your time to ask us these questions. And I know you don't know what you don't know, but at the end of the day, ask a question, because what turns out to you don't know can turn out to something bigger. Now, Michelle, you asked a question beforehand, so this is for you. I'm going to go over this with you. This is your FICO scoring model. I need you to come off mute, because I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions to make sure that you understand this thoroughly.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay.
What is the highest credit score you could have?
720.
No.
Wrong. Oh, wait a minute.
850.
50.
Oh.
What is the lowest credit score you could have? Dre, easy. Don't bite that
I
way.
literally just made.
What is the highest score?
Here's the highest. What's the lowest?
420.
I got it
No,
right here.
it really could be lower than that though.
What's your starting credit score?
Mine is
300.
The absolute lowest that your score can go. I just dropped this in the community, but okay, we can go over it.
350. Somebody said 350.
300.
300.
Mine ain't no 350. 300. I ain't never had a 300 credit score.
Congratulations.
In my life. Never.
Everybody has a 300 credit score. You're born with a 300 credit score. You're born with a 300. The minute that you put a trade line on it, it jumps.
So the lowest you can get,
I ain't never seen it with my eyes. Let's put it like that.
You're good. So the lowest credit score you can get is a 300 credit score. The highest you can get is a 850. Let's continue.
Okay.
So what happens is you do math. 850 minus 300, you left with 550. This is the total amount of credit pointage that you can earn. Okay. Now you asked about how much points does an inquiry account for? Well, here, let's break it down. Amount owed. Let's start over here. Payment history. 35%. Oops. Drake, you could do on your calculator. 35% times 550 or 550 times
192.
192.
0.5.
0.5. Give me 30%, brother. I think it's 160.
162. 165 and 162.
162. This is new credit. Your inquiries are in here. 55 points. Here's credit mix. 55 points. Now, what's left over here? This is 80 something, right?
Which one?
15% is what?
15. That is freaking. I'm trying to find the post.
86
or 82. 102.
82.5.
82.5. Thank you. 82.5. Okay. So this is your breakdown. Your inquiries are right here. They're 55 points. That's all they are. They equal to 55 points. So if you remove 100 inquiries, you still only equal 55 points.
Oh.
That's why Dre and I never focus on inquiries. We focus over here on your payment history, your amount owed, and your file in it itself. Okay? Your length of your credit history is also a good thing by focusing on that. Your credit mix is huge. Having your installment loans, having your revolving accounts, having your mortgage, those all make a big deal on what needs to get done. This is key, case in point right here. This is huge, guys. You guys got to understand this. Because when you're going for credit and somebody goes, well, you didn't remove my inquiries. Why the hell would I remove 55 points? I'm not focused on 55 points. I'm focused on these 300 points right here. I'm focused on these 300 points right here. You want me to focus on 55 points? Sure. I'll focus on the 55 points. But here's the thing. When you run into business, I used to do this first. I'll be honest with you guys. When I had my business, I used to do this first. I used to charge $35 an inquiry. I used to charge $35 an inquiry for 24-hour removal. We had a hybrid system. You leaving? See you later, buddy. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I used to charge $35 an inquiry. So when we were charging $35 an inquiry, I had a guy come with 100 inquiries. That's $3,500. Removed same day for 55 points. But they didn't care about the 55 points because they wanted their inquiries removed. The same thing over here. When you start getting into credit repair, focus on these numbers. Focus on the real numbers. Don't focus on these small ones. This is easy. This one is revolving, installment, and mortgage. RIM. Oh, wow. That actually makes sense. You need RIM. You need RIM.
Okay.
Revolving, installment, and mortgage. If you don't have installment and mortgage, you got to go get an I and an M.
Does that make sense, Michelle? Everybody,
Yeah,
does that make sense?
I'm learning.
Beautiful. Here, let me see the screen real quick. If she needs more help, let me see the screen real quick. Let me share this.
I got you.
Share my screen real quick. Michelle, if anybody else needs, like, okay, well, how can I find this afterwards? It's right here in this. I posted it right here. The highest score you can get, 850. Lowest score, can you guys see my screen?
Dre's Gems.
I can't see that.
Yes, sir.
Dre's Gems. Yeah, Dre's Gems. But yeah. So yeah, the highest credit score, 850. Lowest, 300. What's the difference? 550. Right there. All right. So what do? If you take 550 times the percentage, what we just did, will give you how much points is per category. So if you have a late payment, you are potentially losing 192.5 points.
Damn.
All right. When you have your credit, when we say we need that credit utilization down, when you have maxed out credit cards, you're potentially losing 165 points. Okay. Credit age, the difference between having 6 months and 5 years of credit age, that difference you can be losing or gaining 82.5 points. Those inquiries, like we just talked about, are 55 points each. So again, like we just talked about, you need to know where to focus on first. Made sense? Yes, we have that 24-hour inquiry move guy. Go do that first, but then go focus, because you can go get that done in 24 hours. But then go focus on what you need to focus on, which is those late payments and controlling your credit utilization. Does that make sense, guys? Drop a 1 in chat if that makes sense, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah, makes sense.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Did you want to add anything before we wrap it up?
I don't think I need to add. They're great class as usual. Topics are crazy. So the topics that we're covering are definitely a lot better. Guys, keep in our community, in both communities. So you guys are always welcome in the Discord community. Mike, drop a Discord, the link for the Discord community in the chat. We have the Discord community. We have Dre's Smart Hustlers Club. Dre, and I gotta say this, Dre's community is the community. Dre's community is where you're gonna go and learn. That's got the videos, that's got all the stuff. Our community is not the learning community. Our community is the ask the questions community. That's where you're going to get your questions answered immediately. Somebody's going to be in there. Ralph, I got to call you out. Thank you for last week. Thank you for the other day, brother. Thank you for answering that question that client was, the lady was asking about the stall letters. Like, we love that, dude. We love that. We love the engagement from everybody that's in here.
That's what I'm here for, my man.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. You were missed. I know you went MIA for a little while, but you were missed, brother. Okay. So at the end of the day, like, we're here to help every single person that's in here, every single person that we're going through. We're here to help every single one of you. When I'm working late at night, like, I'll tell you guys what I was working on. So you guys know. We have officially, we're going to start reporting to the credit bureaus. So, I was working on Equifax and everything. So Equifax requires you to have a specialty dispute process that you have to be able to do with eOscar and the CDIA. So guess what I've been doing for the past 5 days? I've been writing that dispute process. I've been handling that dispute process. I've been going over that dispute processing and using that sheet, the CDIA, the 2024 CDIA sheet. I was using that as my base to write this dispute process and make it as basic as possible to make it so people can understand. So everybody that we're going through with this, trust me, we're doing work on a back end, and we're gonna separate ourselves in an instant shortly. And just to let everybody know here, once we're reporting, everybody that has a report here, that has an account with Metro 2, M2 FICO Forge, we will be reporting your account for your business. The same thing goes for anybody that's in both communities. I got a bunch of DMs last week. I did not select any of them because I haven't made the credit report. I'll be honest with you, the credit application. Once you guys will get your credit application. You will be reported. I'm gonna drop everybody $1,000 trade line just cause I want the people that we can trust, that we can go over and we can handle what we're doing with. And each person that shows up to these events, that shows up to we know you guys are ready to make a change in your life. We know that you guys want to build and do what needs to be done. And honestly, we appreciate every single one of you. Okay? We do. We really appreciate all of you. No, I didn't forget about you, Ralph. Not for 1 second. For the inquiry removals, do you do it or do you have the clients call and do it?
Hey, great question, brother. Great question, brother. So, great question. So, for Anthony just said for the inquiry removals, if you're taking on clients, great freaking question. Do you have your clients do them or do you do them? So, for the inquiry removal guide, if you're doing this for clients, all right, you're going to give them the 24-hour inquiry, all right, removal guide. You're going to tell them how to do it. Just go do it. Why? Because they call. All right. Now, the other methods, yes, you can call for Experian and all that. I mean, for TransUnion, Equifax, but those I tell my clients and my people do that CFPB and the FTC report and the CFPB. That's what I tell my people. Just do that one.
Show me how to do that again because you showed me.
Hey, Michelle, I have videos inside the classroom. I will tag you in them. I have
Please
videos.
tag me in, damn. You gotta tag me in.
As soon as I get off here, I got you. I'm gonna get on the phone with you. I'm gonna make sure you see it. But it's step.
Ray, I got something for you. I got something.
Go for it.
I got something I just thought of right now. You know, we talk about CFPB and FTC. Next Friday, why don't we do it live? Next Friday, why don't we go in and go ham live next Friday? Let's do a CFPB and an FTC report. Right.
Let's do it.
Live next Friday. Let's go ham on that.
May I ask a question on those two?
Yeah, sure.
So CFPB, you guys know about the lawsuit and whatsoever that's going on against those bureaus. How does that reflect or affect what we are doing when we go?
It's back, brother.
We back?
Yes, it's back. And I tell people, do not just sit on your hands. Oh man, the CFPB is not working. I'm sitting on my hands. No, we have Metro 2 compliance. We have the software. We have other methods, legal methods. So just because I tell people, when everybody was doing that fraudulent shit, that TransUnion sweeps, everything's a fraudulent identity theft. Now they were using CFPB. That's the only method they were using, charging y'all $1,500, $2,000 a pop. I'm in these little group chats. I know. So again, now when that shut down, they were, I can't do nothing. Yeah, because you're doing some stupid ass fraudulent methods. That's why. That's the only method you know. Now, again, you can use the FTC reports. You can do the CFPB for legitimate reasons. But you have people who are mixing in. That's why a lot of credit repair people have bad rep, because everybody's trying to scam people and all that dumb shit. Makes sense? So that's the same route with the FTC and the CFPB. Oh, no, that's just scam when you're doing just a frivolous stuff. No, you can actually get some shit removed. Makes sense? Let me.
It makes sense.
Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. Next week we'll do it.
Yeah, for sure. I just wanted to make sure that
this one show them. Look, what's this right here, guys?
It's still going.
Experian went up 180. I ain't faking the funk. I'm not gonna go through it with y'all, but I don't gotta fake the funk. That's not me, y'all. That's somebody else. Experian went up 183 freaking points. Come on, y'all. That's a legal method, y'all. Come on now. Now, again, I say use the software. But what did my guy right here just say? Not knocking it, but however, look at the foot. He's not using the software, but he's also getting results. I tell people use the software. But again, there's other methods that we can use to accompany with the software. So again, if one method's not working, don't sit on your freaking hands. Don't do that. Keep freaking learning. Make sense? So, but we'll go into that next. What's this? 128 points. That's, come on now. That's a bankruptcy removed. Can you guys see that? Delete it. Quit it. Quit it.
I need to get mine deleted.
Quit it. With the proof. Date it. Quit it. What day is that? Quit it. Makes sense, guys? We got you. We got you in the right place. Let me go ahead. All right.
I think next week's class, we're not going to go over the software. I think next week's class, I'm going to let Dre run. I'm going to say, I'm going to backseat it. I'm going to let Dre run because I'll be honest with you. I never did CFPB. I never did FTC. My partner used to do the FTC for inquiries for TransUnion and Equifax back in the day because sometimes we couldn't get them removed over the phone. But I'll be straight with you guys. There's methods out there that, if done correctly, can be done. Don't forget, we also have attorneys over here. If you guys have a true inaccuracy, the attorney, we can send it to the attorney. Oh, crap. I forgot to send them the email address. Oops. Okay. I'll get that done today. Send the attorneys the information and get the attorneys to review the file. All you guys got to do is submit us a 3-bureau report. They'll look at the 3-bureau report. So we have that on lock. We have the stuff for you guys to go in and get those results. We're not, and what Dre was talking about was human trafficking. I'm still seeing people pushing this human trafficking crap. And the funny part is, TransUnion wrote a letter to a person. They sent it to me. I just don't remember who the client was. They sent it to me that said, we see that you've been involved in the CFPB scam of human trafficking when you were never human trafficked. Note of this, you will find an asterisk on your account if you say that you've been involved in something that you've never been in. That's fraud, guys. You guys don't realize that. That's fraud. And if they find you, they will sue you for it. That is fraud at the highest court and the highest amount.
Anthony, did you see? I just posted a video of some lady, or whoever's in the community that's been in there for a little bit. But Anthony, you've been in my community for a little bit. I posted a video of some girl. She down in Texas. She got arrested for doing. Yeah, you saw that, right?
I mean, I know what you're talking about, but I didn't see the video. Yeah, I know. What you're talking about.
She got arrested. I think it's down in Texas for falsifying police reports.
Mm-hmm.
Funny story. I was in the same goddamn group chat. When I tell you I'm in so many freaking group chats, y'all, for a reason, because I want to see what bullshit's coming out. I want to see that. I want to be privy of that so I can make sure I tell you guys to steer clear. So I was in her same group chat where she was telling people she wasn't saying I was falsifying, of course. But yeah, if you guys need help with police reports, yeah, holler at me. I was like, help with police reports? Why don't you just go to the, what? How are you going to help me with a police report? If you help me, you're going to change some shit, meaning you're altering shit, meaning that's fraudulent. Yeah. I'm not trying to get hooked up in that.
No, we ain't,
you know what I'm saying? Then I saw the video come out. I was like, that's crazy. Make sense, guys?
Yeah, we ain't want to do that.
We don't want to do that.
You guys got to understand something. Do you know why they want you to keep your same credit report? I've gone over this multiple times. Do you know why they want you to keep your same credit report? All the new people in here. It's only one reason and one reason why. Your information has been sold to the highest bidder, and they need your credit report to stay exactly where it is. Because if your information moves and moves freely and easily, that means the information that they sold to the person, to the highest bidder, what happens? Is now null and void and is useless to that person. Go, Ant.
I was going to bring something up earlier, but then I didn't. I had got a stall letter, right? And it was saying that in the stall letter, it said that over the last 90 days, you disputed the same item and we found it accurate. And they said any future disputes, we will something not take serious or whatever, or something we won't. And I was looking at that and I was like, is that just a stall? Or, I mean, I guess they just like you just said, I guess they want our report to stay the same for that reason. I mean, of course I'm gonna keep attacking, but.
Well, here's the thing. That means, and so after I wrote this report, I learned a lot about Metro 2 on the back end. So this report was sick. So that means that now the person that has actually done the report has went through and marked it 01 in eOscar, which 01 means that it's fully verified. And they provided the documentation that they need for it to be fully verified. What I would suggest to do is remove the file off of this dispute. Good question. Really, really good question. Remove the file off of this dispute for 1 or 2 rounds, 60 to 90 days. Okay. Remove it off of the dispute and then restart with that file again. Reset the system. Let them see that. Because it did come back as accurate, which means that the Bureau got information from the creditor that states that you had a file with them or whatever. Now, with next week's showing of what we're going to do with the CFPB and the IC, maybe we can try a CFPB or FTC report in that sense to work with you in that to get that file removed in that sense if it has done, because they cannot ignore, and this is the truth, they cannot ignore anything coming from the CFPB or the FTC. Just it's not possible. They cannot do that. Make sense?
Yeah.
So that's a huge thing and really, really good to go based off of to make sure that you guys understand that. This is
Great
always
question.
good to have multiple methods, and great freaking question, dude. Great question.
Seriously.
Yes, Coach V. You don't have to raise your hand.
So when are you and Andre coming back to class? Just for 1 day or 2?
What happened?
When are you and Dre coming back to class? Just for a day or 2?
Why? Why do you want us to come back to class? What do you want me to show up?
Yes. and provide as much of this information as possible. Maybe, push them to come to your call on Friday.
I got you.
You know what we'll do is we'll start piggybacking. So Monday we have our orientation call.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know what, Dre? Maybe we start going in April. I'm done in fasting in April, so that I don't have to worry about it. Maybe we start going back to orientation calls in April.
And you want to just hook up with V's call on Monday?
We can hook up with, no. We'll still do our call. Our call ends at 7:30. She starts hers at 8. We get 30 minutes to go hop in her call.
Okay, cool. I'm with that. I love talking. So I love talking and teaching. So and listening. So I'm cool with it.
Thank you.
I'm with it. Anybody else have any more questions though? I don't want to keep you guys up. What is it? Friday, right? I don't want to take your whole Friday, but I want to make sure we give you as much information and answer all you guys' questions. So anybody else have any other questions? I'm gonna take.
Where could I see that podcast you guys did last week?
It's another one coming tonight.
Right. Look, bro. Hey,
it's another one coming tonight, guys.
Fridays are busy days, man. Fridays are
busy for us. Fridays is money day, man. Money talks on Friday.
I've been on the phone since 7 o'clock this morning. Ali, what time did I text you last night?
3 a.m.
Come on now. I texted at 3 a.m. working. And then I took my first phone call at 7 something this morning. So yeah, it's our busy days.
Fridays are a busy day. So last week's podcast is up. It goes up. So I do it live. So I'll set it up live. They've got an awesome system that'll go live on the YouTube channel, on the M2 FICO Forge channel. But they're up immediately, so you guys can watch that. You go to M2 FICO Forge on YouTube, and they should be up. Oh shit, man, my lovely Micah, he just make it happen. Chat appears.
Faisal, I need you to do that, brother. I need you. Where you at? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm scared. But no,
I don't even think he's here. Oh no, he is. I just see him.
Hey, he's getting me. He was just texting me. He's bringing us funding clients. He's bringing us funding clients. Crazy. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So
look, we got a lot going on, guys. Friday's a busy day. Friday is a very, very busy day. There'll be another one going on tonight. To the community here. I did actually want to do this because why build a community if we can't get use out of it too. Our community, if you have anybody, any podcast that you're in touch with, anybody that you want to put us in touch with, you want to see us on their podcast, get us in touch with them. come DM us, give us a number, something, put us in touch with them. We'll go on. I ain't afraid of talking to people. I ain't afraid of getting in. We get, we don't even, so just to let you know, Money Talks podcast last Friday, I'm gonna be straight with you guys. We don't get the questions beforehand. So we're like, those reactions that you see when you're watching the lives, those are real.
Those are real.
Those ain't fake. It's like, Dre, you want to take this one or me?
Hey, see, yeah, yeah, that's cool. That's
so that all that stuff is live. We love it. And Tig ain't in here today. Tig normally shows up, but Tig ain't
shit, yeah. Okay.
But at the end of the day, like we try to get on that, and I know we want more exposure. We want more exposure for the software. We want more exposure for the people that we're helping. Because at the end of the day, I want 200-300 people in here. I want Friday's classes to be absolutely freaking jam-packed with people in here that are going to learn shit and learn how to do it the right way. We have people that have sat down with me in person. I can say Justin's been here. Justin came in here. So I'm in a mentorship program. Justin and I are in the same mentorship program. And he was one of my guys that we had to be like, we partnered up together, the whole accountability partner. There we go. Couldn't think of the word until now. Okay. Justin's my accountability partner. Justin flew in and we sat in this desk, in this area. Justin sat behind me over here. I had my big screen and we just went over the software. We just dived into it. So everything that I do with you, like I do with people. Like we do this to help you guys out because we want you to freaking succeed. And Justin's been crushing it. Like he's really doing it. Like his letters are fantastic. Like he knows what he's doing. And everybody that's in here, I promise you, just put the time into working. And if y'all ever in New York, my office is always open. I'm actually getting an office just for the printing and credit repair stuff. We're getting ready to open up an office just for the printing and credit repair stuff because I'm going to be honest with you guys. Dre the Dimer over there is freaking putting me through the loop over here. I got to catch up.
That's what's up. So guys, anybody else have any last questions? We're gonna stay on as long as you guys have good questions. But if there's no more questions, we're gonna go ahead and give you guys back your day. You're awesome, Dre. I appreciate you, Monica. I appreciate you.
Don't forget about me, Dre.
I got you. I promise you. I got you. I look, you don't let me forget about you. You don't. So no, you don't. So I got you. I
appreciate it.
You won't even let me. That's all love. We're all good, everybody. One's in the chat if we're all good. One's in the chat if we're all good.
Everybody have a good weekend.
There's so much to learn. So much.
All right, Yogi.
Yogi, thank you.
See y'all later. Thank you.
See you guys
later.
Oh, before you guys get off, I need everybody to put in the chat 2 things. I want 3. No, we did a lot today. 3 things minimum, y'all. 3 things that you learned today on this call. It can be whatever, on the software, after the software, both, whatever. But I need 3 things that you guys learned. Why? I want everybody else to see what we're learning on here. So everybody will start coming on these calls. Make sense, guys? So again, 3 things that you guys learned, and I appreciate all you guys. Have a great weekend, everybody.
God bless.
God bless.